Ciao, Martin. Oh, alright. Can you believe it? A late night grind in honor of Spade. Because I kind of forgot that you wanted me to stream. I can't lie. I wasn't really paying attention. So yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get this done. In honor of Spade, and then hopefully Spade will stop harassing me about it. What's this? Alright. Yeah, let's get this done.
Hey, I'm homeless.
The way she said that is really weird. Alright, fair enough. Alright, let's go do this. I need to do some of these houses, these little, like, I don't even know what you call them, but, you know, the stash houses, that's the one. I gotta do some of these for the awards. I need to get all the awards done to platinum in the drug-related DLC. That kick is so stupid. I need to do it in the drug-related DLC because it's the only way to get... I think that's to get to tier 4. You need to do it all to platinum. Alright, safe is there, and things here. So it's 28, 11, 97. 28... No, go the other way. 28... 11... 97. Easy, done. Let's go. Nice. Stash house has been raided. I've got meth contents. Ah, lovely. I love a bit of meth. Who does a little bit of meth, right? Thank you, Gerald. Remember when Gerald was like the guy? Remember? Like he was the guy. We went to Gerald's place. Oh man, I remember going to Gerald's place for the first time and... He sends you on that little mission, I think, at the beginning of the game. Ah. I remember, like, he was, like, the online-only character, and Rockstar was, like, really, oh, there'll be online exclusive characters, and Gerald was, like, one of them. They never really did anything with the online characters. Like, they just kind of are very one-dimensional. It'd be nice if they, in GTA 6, they make like online characters a lot more. Like, to be fair, Agent 14 is pretty cool and all that, but like, I feel like they need to do more with the characters. This with the Hakuchi drag should be very easy. As long as I don't crash, of course. Or a car doesn't come out and hit me. Which it might do in these little bits here. Oh my days. This always is such a sketchy area. With the Hakuchi drag, you can with the HSW, you can sometimes recover enough time if you crash or mess up. Oh, I didn't mean to go up here, but the car was turning right. Let's not mess around with the car. Whoa, I didn't like that. The game just kind of paused for a second. That's really weird. Yo, Simeon, I don't know how to brace you, but I really don't care. I see, plenty of time. Beat the part-time and 25 time trials. We are making that actually happen very quickly. What's next? HSW1 is over there. Yeah, we'll go do HSW, I think. And then there's a time trial over here. And then there's the thing on the beach. Wait, why is that... Oh, yeah, because you can redo it, can't you? As I say, yeah, the HSW ones disappear once you done them. Ah, come on. I was wishful thinking to see if I could go over that. Ah, what? Damn it. Actually, I need to write something down. Yep. Oh. I love a good Friday night. And it's late. It's a late Friday night, but you know what? I love a good Friday night. It's nice knowing that I can just relax. I mean, I will be doing gardening pretty much all weekend. But it's nice knowing I can relax. I don't need to worry about it. Oh, I don't need to worry about, like... I can just spend the whole day gardening. Oh, my days. Can't wait. It feels good. Things are happening. Telephone, no thank you. I don't want to do any telephone missions right now. I am busy. I don't want to do Doomsday Scenario right now either, Lester. Sorry to say, but... You know, I love you, Lester. You know I love you, but I'm busy. I've got things to do. Sorry, bro. Where is this one going to be? I bet it's going to be... Yeah, it's down here, isn't it? Yeah, by the junkyard. I know it. I can still make it, but I'm going to restart just in case. Lester, I don't know how to brace you, but I don't want to go to your Doomsday Scenario. I do not have other people to play with tonight. I might do a Cayo Perico. Alright? You bastard. Although, that, to be fair, that is Pavel. I do need to start grinding out the 50 million from the Cayo Perico. Which I'm not really looking forward to. But I might. I do need it. 50 million needs to be grinded out to complete that tier. Think about this, actually, this is a great time trial because this ends roughly where I need to go anyway. So all these time trials kind of link up. It's very nice. Appreciate that, Rockstar. Oh boy. I felt that one in my stomach. Right in the pit. Ooh, I thought that was gonna be the end of me having to restart, having to go all the way back to the top. Oh, hammer. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What's going on down here? Wait. What's going on? What? Fuck you. Fuck you. That's like the dumbest place. That's the dumbest way to fall off your bike. Come on. Don't do that. Stupid. Alright, what's going on down here? What's going on down here? Wait, what the hell is that? Is that the, Oh yeah, that's a skeleton, isn't it? Oh, we've done that. Go away. That also reminds me, now to get the tier 4 in Cayo Perico, you need to collect things when you're on the island. Nothing against it, it's just I don't really find that fun. But I guess, yeah, if you want to do the thing, you need to do it. Cayo Perico, where are you? Cayo Perico. Have I done all the platinum awards? That's decent. Actually, no, you don't need to do it. Oh, no, you do have to do 10 treasure chests. Oh, I've already done it. Oh, that's brilliant. I need to do 25 prep work missions without dying. That's easy enough. 25 is a lot. But then again, if I'm going to have to do a lot anyway to get the 50 million anyway. So this one's pretty easy. The only thing I'll need to do is I'll need to complete on hard difficulty, which means I'll need to do it twice in a row pretty much, like straight away, which is not exactly something I find very fun. I'll need to like set it up, and then as soon as once it runs, like I won't be able to do it tonight because obviously I'll need enough time for the I'll need to wait for the time to decrease so that I can do it. Like I need the cooldown. That's the one. I couldn't figure out the word though. The cooldown. You're a Spade. How are you doing, bro? I'm just chilling, bro. How are you doing? Why is my guy just standing here like an idiot? Move. Okay. Alright, nice. Let's go. Cayo Perico is pretty easy, to be fair, so it should be fine. And I can do it all on my own too, which is another beautiful thing about Cayo Perico. You can do it on your own, so I can do that without having to wait for anyone to come online or anything like that. I love that. I love that I can do a lot of these career on my own. Like some of them I'm gonna need like help, but a lot of them I can do on my own. Some of them are just easier with help because you can kind of play them. You can abuse the the career mechanic, like the way it measures stuff. But oh well. You are good inviting me. You can just join, Spade. I joined a friend session specifically because I knew that you were going to ask. Jeez, I've done really bad so far. That's really not good. Out of the way, please. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I'm definitely not making this. I'm definitely not getting this, especially now the police are involved. Bloody hell, I hate the police in this game. What are these idiots doing? What are all these idiots doing? Get out of the way. Look, get out of the bloody way. Get out of the way. Oh my god, there's no way. Oh my... Get out the bloody... Yeah, it's over. It's over. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. Fuck, man. I hate the idiot AI, man. Get out of the way. You see an RC car that's like the size of your admin, your admin. Fuck, I can't even say that right now. Your torso. There you go. Come on, bro. I'm fucking breaking down right now. Everything's gone wrong. I'm not able to focus, not able to speak. It's all over. It's done. Fuck's sake. Shut up, LJT, look. Oh my god, everything that could go wrong is going wrong. Which business is it? Oh, it's the fucking Coke as well. Why is it even full? Why? Why? Why is this a thing, Rockstar? Why? Fuck's sake. And I've got cops on me too, like... Fuck's sake. Everything's going wrong, or could go wrong, is going wrong. Oh, and it spawns it on the fucking road. Fuck the cops, man. I don't even care about the content. I just care about the fact that I don't want it shut down because I have to go and reopen it. Like, they can keep the shit. I don't care. I just want to not have to reopen it and do that stupid mission. No, don't you dare. I don't know why I couldn't say abdomen earlier. Like, my brain just wasn't letting me say it. That's so weird. I hate when your brain does that, when your brain just fights you. You want to say a word and you know you can say it, your brain just fights you. Absolute pain in the ass. The fact I gotta go and do this, man. Do I need to do MC sales anyway? Wait. No. Do I have to do MC stuff? Wait. Or have I already done it? Earn 5. Oh, no. No, I've already earned the... No, I don't need that stuff. Yeah. I don't need that stuff. I've already done that. I've already done all the money I need from businesses. Alright, fuck it, I'm gonna sell it. Well, I'm not gonna sell it. I'm gonna find some random guy and sell it. I don't care about, like, profit and all that. Like, a lot of that shit is free anyway. Like, I don't resupply my businesses anymore. It's just from doing, like, Gerald stuff. So I'm just gonna find some random guy, some random Donnie who wants to buy it. I don't care about, like, profit. You know, like how sometimes you get more if you, like, sell it to someone with a star that they wanna... Like, a certain product will be starred and then it means that that's gonna make you more money. I don't care about that. I just wanna literally sell it, get rid of it. I'm too lazy to go and, like, care about that crap. I just want to get rid of it. Because I've had enough of this shit. I hate getting raided for no reason. France riots going crazy right now. The largest library in Marseille just got burned down. Oh, fucking... Why do people burn shit down, bro? Like, yeah, by all means, riot. I don't give a fuck if you want to riot, if you want to, like, protest and all that. Bro, you don't need to burn down stuff with history in it, man. I hate when people do that shit. They did it in the London riots as well back in was it 2012 now? No, it wasn't 2012. It was 2011, I think. And they burnt down a really old historical building. Really pissed me off. Fuck you. I don't care about the workers anyway. Fuck the workers. Is able to join you. You can join, I suppose, yeah, if you would like. If you just want to do stuff in the lobby, in a peaceful lobby, yeah. Fucking hell. I have to do that stupid mission now. Fuck's sake. Oh well. Anyway, hey Joe, how you doing, bro? I should have played Payday 2, bro. Oh, look at this shit. I've got to do it all again. I hate this, man. I hate this so much. Like, I don't even want to do this. Like, I don't even care about this place. I just literally keep it open for my nightclub. Yep. I'll go all the way to Mission Row and drive back. Oh, Jesus. MC, man. Yeah, legit though. That's the thing. Like, what is like, libraries are cool. Like, there's all the, you know, all the old books. There's lots of stuff in there that, you know, really could be, you know, a lot of historical value. Plus, there's the learning resources. You know, a lot of that stuff is, you know, really, really important for the local people there to be able to learn or be able to, like, study things. Burning down a library just is such a stupid thing to do. Like, if you really want to burn somewhere down, go to your largest, like, go to a fucking, I don't know. I mean, best not to burn any place down, because you might kill someone, but if you do need to burn something, set up some effigies or something and burn those. Like, that's fine, I don't care. If you want to go and make a big straw man and burn it, like Guy Fawkes type style, be my guest. If you do want to join, just send me a friend's request. It's RSG_assassin. I should just write it in the chat. And then you can just join and do whatever you would like in peace, because I'm not, I don't enjoy fighting or killing people. I'm a very peaceful person. I know I'm not selling it. I'm very tired at the moment, so it doesn't sound like it. My voice is kind of conveying that in a way that's more of a, yeah, this guy is bullshitting, but I'm genuinely quite peaceful. I'm just tired and fed up of Lester bugging me with his stupid MC businesses. Sorry, LJT, because it's definitely not Lester with a fake voice converter thing on. Joe, you when you buffed they buffed the shotguns and you found your rhythm with on just camping and sweating your ass off, but it's great. Hey, I'm glad you're having a good time. You should invite Spade to help out. They destroying Holocaust memorials. What? That's really fun, bro. Like, that's one thing. Like, libraries are bad enough, but bro, like, why would you burn down something which represents a lot of people who lost their lives? Like, it's supposed to remember a lot of people who lost their lives to such a sick regime. That's messed up, man. I can't support anyone who would do that. I can't support anyone that will burn down a Holocaust memorial. You're done with your fat friend, yeah, fat fake friend. You couldn't find me. Could you add me? Yeah. What's your PlayStation name? Oh, you found me. I don't know why people have issues finding me sometimes. I don't know. There was also another guy with the very similar name that a lot of people used to add instead of me, which was quite funny. I feel bad for that guy. He's probably really pissed off with all the friends requests he gets. Anyway, I've accepted it. Yeah, I see you, Spade. How you doing, bro? What you up to? What you doing, bro? What you saying, bro? I can't lie, I'm gonna need your help, Spade. I need to do some VIP missions, and I need your help to do some of them. Some of them you need multiple people to do, so. Is this one of the new blue dots? I had one, some dude tried to blow up and tank explosives. No, this is just fixing the old business that I got shut down. It only showed up when you went on show all users. Damn, they're trying to censor me now. Conspiracy theory. PlayStation trying to hide me. They don't want me. They don't want me showing up on people's friends' requests anymore. It's crazy. Back in the old days, you had to put like the name in exact. If you didn't put the name in exact, back on like the PS3 era, you couldn't add someone. Nowadays, they have like a search and everything. It's crazy.
Nico, my cousin! I couldn't believe it. You're here. Welcome to America.
Yay, we're done. We didn't mess this up. Thank you for the follow though. Yeah, it's very weird. I don't try to question Rockstar, PlayStation, or Rockstar, actually, that. PlayStation and Rockstar, I don't question them anymore. The arcade take has been added to the office. Oh, I need to go to the arcade, actually. I want to get out of room soon. Get out of room? Run out of room? That's the one. But yeah, if you want to join, just join me from the friends list. It's we're in a friends session, so anyone can join. Anyone from the friends list can join. Spade? Spade, buddy? Buddy oh pal? I would like you to, Oh, there's a dealer here. Let's get rid of the crap I don't need. Buddy oh pal, could you help me here?
Hi.
Yeah, get rid of that crap. Oh, I didn't mean to sell the acid actually. I need the acid. Damn. Oh, I need to keep the acid, of course. Oh, I'm annoyed now. I gotta do more source missions now. I mean, to be fair, I gotta do what, like 100 source missions for acid anyway, so it's not like, well, what can you do? Spade, could you like help me here? Thank you. Damn, 1,700, yeah? Jeez. How long have you been playing for? 1,700? Jesus. That's crazy. Big Spade, where are you? There you are. There you are. What are you up to? Spade, why are you in a mini? Why you just parked up in a mini, bro? I'm just doing various different things, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to work on my my career at the moment. I'm not really trying to like do anything in particular. I'm just doing whatever's on the career list. Different things here and there. Rockstar really got me with this last update. They knew what I liked. They knew I liked. They knew I like ticking things off. I'm already ready for the 4th of July, actually. I might have to get some more clothing in. Because I feel like this is already like 4th of July ready. But I think I might need more. I might need a hat. I feel like a hat would be a good idea. Yeah, Spade, what are you saying, bro? I hear you. What are you saying?
Throwing a party at your penthouse? Speak with guest services and the evidence from last night's debauchery will be cleaned right away.
I can hear myself in Spade's mic, actually. Oh, I had a daily for that. Oh, that's an easy set of dailies. Spade, you okay, yeah? Amazing headshot. There we go. Yeah, I might need to get a hat, you know. Alright, anyway. Celebrity income is at 12. Ooh. Wait, how have I got 120,000 just chilling in there now? Jesus, have I not been there in that long? Jesus, have I just not been there in so long now that I have acquired 120,000 just chilling? Jesus, man. You can tell I'm out of my rhythm. I used to get all that sorted out. I used to be collecting up money here and there perfectly. I've been so out of rhythm recently. Oh, he wants me to do something. Yeah, Marcel, sure, I'll help you, bro. I feel bad for Marcel, actually. Actually, wait, what's my career on this one now? My after hours. I've done 4 out of 10 for 100% popularity, and I've got 24 out of 25 celebrity appearances. That's the hard thing, I feel, is the celebrity appearances, because it's so random whether you'll get them. And I know you can just, you know, you could just quit, restart until you get it. Find a new session until you get the one you want. But, like, I just feel that's really... I don't really enjoy doing stuff like that. I prefer just to... I don't like having to join new sessions all the time. It really puts me off. Takes me out of the game a little bit. So, I think we'll just have to hope that we... do it. Also, I got 239,000 in the safe. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you can tell I've not really been doing my rounds recently. I think I left the game... Oh, I think I know why it's so high. I left the game running when I was playing with DSN a couple days... was it like a week ago now, maybe? I was playing with DSN and he was helping me do the new missions. And I think I left the game running after we stopped playing. Like, I went off, but like I left the game running for a bit. So that's cool. Let's see if we can get the celebrity to appear. Maybe we'll get celebrity. We'll probably not though. We'll probably get like posters or some shit. Oh no, we actually got celebrity. Wow, we actually got celebrity, ain't that? Wow, okay. And watch me have to like go around the city, look for her or him or them. Legion Square. Yeah. We'll still have to wait like another 6 hours. It's real day, like real life hours, I'm pretty sure too. It seems like it's real life hours anyway. Where you gotta keep popularity on your nightclub 100%, which isn't that difficult to be fair. But when you think about it, you do it for 100%, and then you gotta, you know, maybe about 5 minutes later it drops. So you gotta constantly be doing, like, going in there and having Marcel give you the thing to do, you know, to boost it up, or changing your DJ, or many other things to whatever gives you the boost. That's what you gotta be doing. You gotta be, you know, doing that all the time, over and over and over again, which is annoying. But it's one of the things that I think is I'm pretty close to finishing. So I'm hopeful that will be what we do. Where's this one going to be? Vinewood side? Oh, bloody hell. Damn, they making me go all the way to the Vinewood side? Yo, these people are savages. I mean, I know the sign's not that far away, but still, it's a bit of a trek to get to the sign. Like, going to the other areas, not so bad. But the sign is out in the countryside a little bit. I do like the sign though. You know, one thing I like about the Vinewood sign, I like that you can see it from pretty much anywhere in Los Santos. It makes the map feel like, it makes it feel like there's not just, you know, you around. It feels like there's other things going on. Like the fact you can see the sign from, you know, the airport pretty much if you look, you know, if you're looking high enough. The suburbs, the gang areas, the industrial area. You can see the sign. But what I tell you what I don't like though, and that's going to the sign. I've kind of accepted though that, oh my days, Mirror Park, bloody hell. I've kind of accepted though that I probably won't get the Nico outfit, and the reason for, at least not until they add more categories, and the reason for that is if you look at how much, like look at some of the missions are ridiculous, like the new ones for example. If you want to get the tier 4 of those, like doing was it Falling In? You know, where you have to go into the, I think that's the one where you got to go into the Noose headquarters. Trying to do that one without losing more than 50% of your health, like getting 50% damage, that is ridiculous. Because you can't just hide in a Kuruma, you can't just hide in a tank. Like, yeah, you can do the first part stealth. I don't know whether you can do the whole thing stealth or if it eventually fails like other missions where you go in there when they inevitably fail. But you're going to have to, at some point, most likely, fight. And you're going to get absolutely massacred. So unless if you have 3 other people who just cover you the whole time and you just stay right in the middle of them. I don't know. It's... yeah, they've really done... those objectives are so difficult in some of the missions. Is a Spade? I'm done. Yeah, I'm not really feeling some of these objectives. I'm looking forward to trying to get most of them. I think I can probably get Claude's outfit. I think 20's reasonable. Out of 26 or... how many is it? 26 or 20? Is it 27 or 28? I think that 20 is reasonable. I could definitely get that. But I think if I want to get Nico's, I'm gonna... the OG heist one I'm never gonna do. And the Doomsday Heist one I'll never do either, because to do them you need Well, I mean, again, the Doomsday one I might do because you only need to do the elite challenges, and to be fair, 2 out of 3 are easy to do. But I'll tell you what's not easy. It's the one which is... It's the OG heist, because you need to do the elite challenges and that one, the elite challenges in the OG heist are so difficult. Sorry, Spade. This is a mission vehicle.
My tween fan base is going to love my Snapmatic post tonight. I'm a brand evangelist, you know, spiritual stuff.
So yeah, I don't know. I think that's one of those things really where
Lacey Jonas is at this club. I'm gonna
I don't know. I don't think that will be a thing. And then some of the other ones are just ridiculously difficult because of the objectives. Like anything you can do in the Kuruma or in the Kanjali, you're pretty much golden. Those ones are pretty easy. All right, we've done that. 25 out of 25 nightclub appearances by celebrities. We are moving. We are getting super close now. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, OG heist. You need. I have the right apartments for each of the heists. But yeah, it's super difficult to do. The only one we've ever done was Pacific Standard. We managed to get the Elite Challenge done. But the problem is, it reset it. It doesn't count for some reason. So I would have to do it again, and it's much harder to do it now. Because there used to be a helicopter you could get in the finale of Pacific Standard. There used to be a helicopter you could get first and then park it right by the entrance, but they patched it, so you can't do that anymore, at least as far as I'm aware, which means that, yeah, that elite challenge is so much harder now. Me and my friends got very close to doing the prison break elite challenge, and we got very close to doing the Fleecer challenge, but we never got... I definitely think we could do the Humane Labs, and Series A, I have a good idea how to do it. But the thing is, though, I don't think I could do any more because I haven't got any of my old heist crew on. Like, I used to have my old heist crew all the time, and that was much better, but you know, I don't really have my heist crew around anymore. Like, Rebecca's very busy these days, and I'm not... Like, obviously, I can still get on quite a lot, but not as much as before. But Rebecca's very busy these days, which means that that's never going to happen. And obviously, Dean and Yassine are very busy these days, so... Yeah, and obviously, even then, Cave and Gaz. I mean, Gaz is not too difficult to get on, but the problem with Gaz is you need to really coach him how to do it. Yeah, Series A is very easy, especially if you use Vigilantes. You can really boost your way through that. Alright, what are we doing here? Is Spade getting a haircut? Bro, you getting a trim? I like how Spade's getting a trim while we're in the middle of a mission. I love that about Spade. Alright, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Take out this... Oh, with a scoped rifle. What? Wait, how do we do this? How do you do this with a scoped rifle? Nah, this mission... I do not like this mission, man. There's too many of them. Like, what are you supposed to do? Unless if you line them all up and get, like, that 4-way collateral. There's no way. Nah, there's no way. Well... Thanks, I guess, Rockstar, for that mission. I really appreciate that. Oh, you're gonna get the face paint. The new Buffalo EVX worth it? I haven't even looked at it yet. Is it out? Is the new, is it out now? I haven't even looked. Well, whatever. $2 million. I mean, yeah, it looks nice. Don't get me wrong. It looks lovely, but $2 million. Jeez, what? This inflation is insane. Is it electric then? Oh, that might make it worth it, just for the fact that it's electric. I like electric cars. But $2 million is insane. Jeez, Rockstar, lads, ladies and gentlemen of Rockstar, please, could we discuss your pricing? It's a bit too mad right now. I mean, I know you can do a Cayo Perico in, what, an hour and 15 and get like 1 million plus, but come on, Rockstar. Think of all the people that don't have time to grind, alright? Think about all the people that only have maybe 10 minutes to play the game per week. Wait, is it got HSW2 and Imani Tech? Wait, it's got Imani Tech? No, it's got Imani Tech and HSW? Really? Wait, is that actually the case?
You're looking good.
I want to know what Bruffy's saying about it. He hasn't. I don't think he's done it. That's a shame. I would like to know what Bruffy would say about it. Oh no, I think he did do it. Oh, is there only, wait. Is there only 7th? Oh, that's pretty shit. Wait, is that? Oh no, this is with HSW second. Oh, so it's seconded with HSW. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting that it's second with HSW. I mean, obviously, if you turn off HSW in the race, then yeah, you're going to be down at 7th. I mean, 7th is not bad. 7th is not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's only like it's only like, I don't even know, like 4 seconds quicker. Not even that much. 3.5 seconds quicker. It's second, not by a long shot actually. It's not that much slower than the Vigoro ZX HSW, which is also an HSW. Oh, that's not bad then. I might... If it has Imani Tech as well, that's really good. Oh shit, these people scared me, fuck's sake. Fuck, you know, that scared the shit out of me. I thought that... Spade, what are you doing? Are you like trying to escape them or what? Like... I think Spade hasn't escaped them yet, so... Ow. Yeah, that's interesting. That's crazy. I don't know if these are the first ones that have both. I've never... Is this the first set of cars that have both? I don't even know. I haven't really paid attention to cars in years, to be honest with you. I mean, the last... What the... Why is there only... Wait, oh, what the... Wait, what? I've not even looked at the website. Wait, so they've made it so... They've made it now, so the website only shows like 6 or 7 of them at a time, like on the featured list. What? Is a smoke out? I don't know, Spade. It might be. Also, can you... There we go. I've not even looked at these websites properly since they update. Oh, wow. So there's only, what, 8 on here? Jesus. Oh, so you got to click the other... Oh, that's interesting. You got to click these now to see them. Oh, that's... Huh. Oh, wow. Do they do this at all the websites? Oh my, you know what? I have not looked at the websites properly since the update, since before the update, so that's funny. They've actually limited... Oh, that's really interesting that they would do that. So to see the rest of them now, you gotta like go to the other categories. Ah, okay. I don't know why they had to remove so many cars. They could have just done more categories. Like, they could have just come up with better categories. Like, they don't even need to remove all these. They could literally have just thought up a bunch more categories for it. Silly Rockstar. That's crazy. How is the Rusty... Wait, was it in luxury? Wait, no, was it actually in luxury? Let's have a look. Yeah, what? How is the bus in luxury? The festival bus with that rusty look to it. I guess because you can make it look nice. That's funny. I mean, I guess it's a luxury party bus, I suppose. Hands off the paintwork, thank you. Get your eyes off my Clucking Bell uglies. Alright? My Clucking Bell uglies are not for you. That's funny, man. Alright, the way she's like staring, she was like standing there right next to my vehicle. Jeez. Alright, anyway, arcade. Wait, what's over here? Wait, what's this? Oh, it's a vehicle. I need to deliver these. I think that's for the Tuners DLC, I think. I need to deliver like 20 of these things. I do love the career list. It just means it just gives me a purpose again. And it just gives me a reason to do stuff that I wouldn't usually do because it doesn't make a lot of money. Like, I mean, you know me, I've not really been grinding for money for like a year now. For over a year, I think I stopped grinding money. But there is still a part of me that feels when I do something that isn't worth a lot of money, I feel kind of... I don't know, I feel like I'm wasting my time a little bit. So having like a proper career list where you've got to go through it, I don't know, it just gives me a proper purpose again. It actually makes me want to play GTA. I mean, you see me, I've stopped playing GTA for ages, and then I've actually been playing it more now than before the update, by a lot, because of this career path thing. Oh, 5 out of 10 for the 100% popularity at the nightclub. Yes, let's go. We're moving on up. Soon we will be at 10 out of 10. That'll be the... Is that my first tier 4? I think that's my first tier 4. There's a few other tier 4s that I could definitely get quite easily. It's just I need Rebecca to do them. Like, I don't need her to do it, but like I want to... Like, it'll be easier to boost with her. Yeah, the career feature is actually really cool. It's probably my favorite thing that they've added to the game in about 3 years, I'll be honest. You bought an old-ass card that can be used as a taxi for 1.7 thing, and you're just going to do it for fun, but then you only got 15k now. Yeah, the taxi does not pay well, but because of the career, it actually gives you a reason to do it. Because you need to get all the awards, so you need to, so if you want to, like, to get the tier 4 for the one where the taxi was included, you need to do all the taxi. I think you got to do like 50 taxi missions. I would never do them by choice, but to get the awards you need to do the taxi missions, so it would actually give me a reason to do them. Yeah, I'm a big fan of what they've added with the feature, the career feature. I love career, man. It just gives me something to actually do. What am I doing? Although saying that now, I forgot what I'm doing. What am I doing now? Oh yeah. I'm going to my auto shop. That was the one. Like this, I would never sell these cars manually in the auto shop, but now I'm going to actually do it. Like now I usually just have my people do it for me, but I'm actually selling these things myself now. Just until I get to the 5 million, then I'm never doing it again, because I don't enjoy it too much. Also, wait, no, I was gonna say, is that the same car? No, it's not. But I'm going to grind this every day that I can, until I... Oh wow, it's gonna look like the Mr. Bean car, isn't it? Excellent. Transmission, street turbo, bodywork, fenders, carbon, bolted, exhaust, this thing, hood. I mean, yeah, it's not actually that bad. It's just not a bad looking car. Wild Wagon. Even the rims aren't that bad, actually. Usually Rockstar makes the rims really bad on these things, but... I hope that they'll do more things in the future. I hope they have more objectives and stuff to do, more... Like, I hope they keep adding more and more career mode stuff, but I would like to see them go further into it. I'm hoping in GTA 6 we have a proper career path, which is kind of like a tree, like a multi... Like you know, like how there's skill trees and stuff. I'd like to see a tree that's more for progression, and as you go down, as you go down the different paths, you get more skills. Like you actually unlock skills, because at the moment you just unlock cosmetics and stuff. But I would like to see it like a tree that as you go down the tree, you unlock new skills. You really should be able to do more things when you get more experienced. I've always thought that having Franklin's little, you know, when you go into single player as Franklin and you open, you steal a car, he sticks that thing, I can't remember what it's called, but he sticks that thing down the side of the windows and it opens the car. I would love if that was something you could unlock from doing a career move or something. You know, as you play the game and you get new tiers unlocked, you can unlock that. I would love something like that. I've always thought it's really stupid that our characters are these like really experienced multi-millionaire, multi-billionaires in some cases, and yet they still smash car windows with their elbows. So I don't know. I feel that that's something they need to they could implement, and that would give like an actual reason to. It would change things up, having a skill tree, having a career tree path, like a career branch, you know, branching career, where as you go down different branches, you unlock new things. Like you should actually, and there should be multiple tiers of businesses. As you go down a path, it should unlock new tiers of businesses, like of your business that you could never do before, and maybe even expand into multiple things. So, you know, you can expand from just having cocaine into different products and stuff under that umbrella. There's so many things they could do, but I hope that's something they'll think about in GTA 6. Ryan, you are such an interesting person. I can't lie, Kasiga. When you started that off, I was a bit concerned where you were going, but I appreciate the second bit, the respect you. But then again, why do you respect me? Is, you know, it could be any reason, you know. It could be any reason. But I appreciate it still. Still work IT, yeah. Yeah. As you can tell, I'm very enthusiastic about it. Bro, I want to be a fucking, excuse my language, I don't know why I keep swearing. I really want to be a, historian, that's more my thing. I want to be a, that would be my dream, be a historian of some form, but it's a bit late now to change. I guess you could. You could, you know, you could go back to university, get another loan that puts more money, more financial pressure on you in the future. You know, I mean, the loan system in the UK is not bad, but it's not as bad as like the American system, but it's not great. It's not great at all. And especially the new one, I think it's Plan 5, is really, really shit. So, yeah. I could go back and do that, but no. No, we will just live a very... We'll just live a very mediocre, very boring existence in IT. No offense to people that actually enjoy working in IT. I respect the hell out of you. I just don't. I appreciate that, Kasiga. I appreciate that. Spade, did you say work hard, no break? Spade, I'm like the opposite of that. Bro, I'm like, no, you get a break. Go on your break. That's the thing, Spade. I hate when people don't take their breaks. And then they make everyone else look bad when they go and have a break. And they're like, oh, well, you know, Jonathan's not had a break today. Like, bro, it doesn't matter that Jonathan hasn't had a break. I want my break today. I want my break every day. I want my legally, you know, my legally entitled break, okay? Even though it's like shit, but still.
I just need to lose 50 pounds, then next
You know, so many people, their job is losers. I feel bad for that because I mean, you know, not everyone's jobless by choice, you know. A lot of people don't have jobs because they just either struggle to get one or maintain one, or they physically can't do one, or mentally can't do one, or the economy's shit. So, I mean, I don't like to look at them as losers, but fair. I can understand that. Spade's been watching too much Hustle. Bro, Spade, oh, sorry about that if I'm looking onto you. Spade has got the most unhealthy attitude towards work I've ever seen. Like, if Spade legit thinks you need to be working 24/7, otherwise you're lazy, which I don't get. The joblessness is sure no jobless because they're addicted to spice. Well, I feel like they're just bad because they're I feel that's just unfortunate because they're addicted. I feel bad for people with addictions. I know some people don't help themselves, but I do think that a lot of people out there you know, have a lot to offer. It's just unfortunate they're addicted to drugs or alcohol. You're driving the EVX. How is it? Is it good? It sounds like a vacuum cleaner, really. It sounds like a vacuum cleaner. I'm done. To be fair, vacuum cleaners can be very loud. I mean, you know, they have vacuum cleaners these days, which are like the Dyson ones. They're very quiet, and you know, and then you have old vacuum cleaners that sound very, very, very loud, like industrial. Like they're an industrial cooler or a heater or something. Spade finally got me on. Spade, to be fair, I did promise Spade last night. I said to him, if you stream Fortnite, I will stream GTA the next... Well, I didn't say the next day, but I said I'll stream... And to be fair, he lived up to it. He did stream Fortnite. I have to give him that, so... You love vacuum cleaner, such a useful tool. And a relaxing sound. Yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll see what it's like. Has a fake exhaust like the real version. Really? Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. It has a fake exhaust. Ah. I kind of like that idea, you know. That's actually a really cool idea. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so I need to do 10 of these different things. Alright, Spade, I'm gonna need your help here. Where the fuck is Spade? Oh my god. Where's Spade? At the top of the bloody map. Oh my days. I mean, it might be better for the performance, but people like I imagine some people like the fake exhaust. You know, like, a lot of people, to be fair, like stuff that doesn't really make sense. Fake exhaust sound. It sounds pretty... I mean, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I do think... one thing I hope they do mandate is engine sounds for electric cars. I don't mean like loud engine sounds. Like, I don't want engine sounds as loud as normal cars. But man, I hate when you're trying to walk along and cross the road, and normally you can hear if something's coming. And then you can kind of get an idea. Whereas when there's electric cars, you have to be so wary because they sneak up on you. All you hear is like a very light sound, very like, I don't know how to explain, but it's very light. And then you hear like the kind of the tires, and that's about it. And it's so annoying. Yeah, I would like electric cars to have the engine sounds, just not like, yeah, just not loud ones. Just so I can know that they're there. But my concern is either they'll just end up making them as loud as normal cars, or they won't have them at all, and then we'll end up with a situation where no one wins in the end. To be fair, I don't see a lot of electric cars still. Like, most of the cars I see are still petrol cars. Or diesel cars. I guess ICE, as they call them. But, or ICE. Did they call them ICE or ICE? But, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like petrol, diesel, that kind of thing, you know, old style. And I don't really see a lot of electric cars yet, but I have seen a few, and and it's starting to become a problem now. Like, it's getting to the point now where I'm having to actually really pay attention now. I can't just rely on my ears anymore. It's very annoying when you're crossing a road. You know, like, as I say, there's a road and you're walking down it, and there's an intersection, I suppose, like it's like a T junction, and you are crossing the road. There's no cars coming. You look behind you, there's no cars coming, and then you don't hear anything. And you're crossing the road down across this, you know, across it, and then a car comes. And when it's a normal car, you can hear it coming up. Because there is a situation where I am where there's a T junction maybe about 50 to 60 feet away from a main road. It's like a main road, and it goes off into, there's a T junction, and then there's another T junction. And sometimes what happens is that cars will come so quickly off the main road that you won't have time to really look. You'll be already crossing, and you won't have time to look behind you again because you're too busy looking left and right and ahead of you. And you have to rely on your hearing to make sure that nothing's coming behind you. Now, by law, they have to stop and let you cross, like let you finish. But some people are idiots and they don't do that, and they turn in, you know, they turn. So if you have to stop suddenly in the road, they might hit you. So it really annoys me when you can't hear these guys. So I do appreciate when cars have engine sounds. I really do. I just don't like loud engine sounds. There's some cars out there that sound very loud, and one thing I did like during the pandemic was how quiet everything was. Remember how quiet everything was? I remember the first day that they locked everything down. And just how quiet it was. Who is that? Who, Spade? You hate loud? Yeah, I hate loud motorcycles too. It's very off-putting when you're trying to walk down the street and someone speeds down on a very loud motorcycle to show off. It's like, thanks for damaging my hearing potentially, bro. All for being able to show off your loud motorcycle. They're from the stream, Spade. I like how Spade only just realized that they're in the game, that there's someone else in the game. Spade, how have you not paid it? How have you not realized it's... Bro, it's been like, what, like an hour at least? No, not an hour. It's been maybe about 40, 50 minutes odd? How have you just realized? What? Why are they a woman? Oh my... I don't know, Spade. Why does it matter? He's like... Why does it matter, Spade? Bro like legit stares at the fucking... Whenever he checks the playlist, he's like, oh... What he's Nah, just ignore him. This man is always a problem when it comes to stuff like this. Like, we'll just be chilling, and someone will join the game, and he'll be like, "Oh, why is a woman join the game?" Like, or like, why is that person? Because I don't even know. Like, just ignore him. That's why I say to literally everyone, just ignore this man. This man is something else. Spade, I don't know if you remember this, but Gaz also plays a female character. And do you harass him? No. Yeah, legit. This man, I'm telling you. This man... Like, he's legit like the fucking Gestapo. This man is just like, as soon as he sees someone that piques his interest. He's asking all the questions. Spade, this is why, like, everyone is concerned when you appear. When you make an appearance, everyone's like, oh no, it's Spade. Fuck's sake. Just chill, bro. Yeah, just ignore him. That's what we all do. I feel like people just can't, like... People just legit can't play without... And you know what's really bad? Gaz is the same. Gaz... I don't know why I keep surrounding myself with people like this, but Gaz is the same. Whenever he sees a female... Get this, yeah. So this... You know Gaz? Gaz, whenever he sees a female character in the game, he tries to add them, right? Because he thinks they're a girl, right? Whatever it is, Gaz. You all understand Gaz. You all know Gaz. You all know the Gaz... You know, the reasons behind Gaz, whatever. You know, it's Gaz. We let him off because it's Gaz. Spade! Don't show me. But the problem with Gaz is he himself has a female character. So he thinks he's adding a bunch. He thinks he's trying to like talk or add a bunch of women, right? But the vast majority of people that play female characters are men. So he thinks he's like adding all these women. But he's not. And I'm like, Gaz, you do realize that they're probably not women, right? But he doesn't seem to correlate. He doesn't seem to put together like 2 and 2 that he himself has a female character and he's a guy. But he doesn't seem to understand how that will be true of many other people. I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I don't know why people pay attention to this stuff, bro. Like, I don't go into a game and go, oh yes, there's a female character. Oh yes. Like, who gives a fuck, bro? Oh my god, Spade. Catfish? Spade, bro, don't bring up catfish, bro. We all know what happened to you not that long ago, Spade. Let's not bring this back up. Let's not bring this back up, please. We all know what happened to you, like, 3 weeks ago? Oh my god. I'll never forget that day, man. You forget about it. I'm glad you could forget about it, Spade. I couldn't forget about it. Unfortunately, after what I saw, I'll never be able to forget it. Fuck's sake, that was the most horrible night of my life. 3 a.m. in the morning, and I'm on Instagram, and someone sends me a message on Instagram with the most disturbed picture of in my entire life that I've ever seen. Oh my days, man. Legit. I'm so glad that whoever it was decided to delete all the messages to Rebecca and Dean after I complained to him. He kept trying to get me to pay money. He kept trying to get me to spend money to save Spade. I'm like, bro, I'm not spending money on helping Spade. It ain't my problem, but... Oh my god, that was the most disturbed night of my life. I'll never forget it. Not by choice. This is your fault, Spade. So please, me too. He gets set. Wait, did you send him money, Spade? Nah, you didn't send him money, did you? Nah, did he actually send this guy money? I can't believe that if he did. No, you didn't send him money. Good. Good. Fuck. I had tears, man. I had tears running down my eyes for 2 different reasons. There was tears running down my eyes from like how funny it was that it happened. Like, I figured it was gonna happen one day. Like, I had a very bad feeling that something was gonna happen like that. The way he was talking the weeks before about like catfish and like not falling for catfish and stuff, like that's not normal. Like, people don't normally say stuff like, oh yeah, don't send pictures on Instagram and stuff like that out of the blue. And then the whole like talk about catfish and stuff. Nah, when that happened, I was like, yeah, I wasn't surprised. So I was laughing about it for one. But the other part of me was crying because I legit it was so disturbed. And I'm like, why me? Like, out of all the people on his like follow list, you send him a picture of money from Google. You sent him pictures of money from Google. I'm done. I'm done. This man's like, yeah, I'll send you money, and he sends him a picture of money from Google. I'm done. Oh my days, man. I don't want to ever think about it again. Now whenever Spade talks about catfish, that's all I can think about, man. You think he thought it was real? I don't think he thought it was real, Spade. I genuinely don't think he thought it was real. I mean, I've never once looked at a picture of money from Google and go, ah, yeah, that's real money that you've got. I'm surprised he didn't ask you to go get a bunch of gift cards or something.
Shit. No.
You know how like that's what they do with scams, you know, now they get you to go and buy gift cards and then send them the codes. Surprised he didn't do that. Oh, I'm so thankful that car stopped. Fair play to that guy. I love whoever that is in the intersection. Thank you for stopping. That could have been a very, very painful situation for me. There we go. My guy, look at him. He's super hype. Where am I going? Why am I going down an alleyway? Cool, 40 grand. You know, it'd been funny. Remember how, for anyone who was playing GTA Online back when the PS3 was, well, it was on PS3. Remember how the mechanic used to actually pull up with your car? I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if the mechanic, if whoever you're delivering to drove off with the vehicle and you could actually see them driving off? Because I already know they would crash instantly. The first thing they would do is probably crash into another car. Now he's doing it to someone else and he's moved on. How would you know he's doing it to someone else, Spade? Also, Spade, why did you have an Oppressor Mark II with bullets, not rockets? I've never seen someone actually use the Oppressor Mark II with bullets. What are we doing now? Fully loaded? No, I've done that one. Amphibious Assault. That one's fun. Yeah, Johnny on the spot. I miss him, man. I miss him every day of my life. I miss him. Spade, could you go drive the technical, please?
Hello, you're through to Pegasus Lifestyle Management.
I know I've
How
got
can
my
I
new
help?
jet, but the problem with the new jet is simple. I have to take it out. It's not a Pegasus vehicle.
We trust you'll be happy, sir.
That's how you boy. Well, you need to upgrade it, Spade. You need to go and get a rockets on it. Yeah, the new. I do prefer the new jet. Oh man, that brings me back painful memories of me and DSN trying to do that mission with the two different. What are they called again? The Avengers. That's the one. That mission was painful. That mission was true pain. How weak is this now? Oh, yeah, it's way weaker. I can feel it. Oh, yeah, it's way weaker, yeah. Yeah, that mission was pain, man. That mission was true pain. The jet is cool, yeah. Like, the jet is really, really awesome. But I don't like the mission. You bought it, did you? Oh, have you custom? I haven't. You know what? I haven't bought it yet. Thinking about it, I still need to sell one of my hangar vehicles. I'm gonna get some pictures of of the vehicle I'm gonna sell, and I'm gonna put it on Instagram because I want to remember my poor vehicle, whichever vehicle it is I sell. I want to remember it forever before I get rid of it. So I gotta do that off stream. Not much customization, just leave it. That's fine. I don't mind that. That's fine with me. Oh, congratulations on leveling up to level 1. What is everyone's levels on the stream now? I haven't even checked in ages. I haven't even checked. Let's have a look. Top hours 10. Let's have a look. So, Kasiga's on 666. I don't know why, but that's really. I feel that fits. I feel that fits so well. Oh, DSN is in back in 10th actually. Must have just overtaken Quartz. Can you still play music on the BMX? I don't think so, Spade. Oh, this is going to be much harder now. With the cannon, this is really easy. The old cannon anyway, the new cannon maybe not so much. Still seems to be okay. Yeah, it's still fine, you can still do it. I think you're close, to be fair. If I remember correctly, you're very close to overtaking, to getting onto top 10. Although, again, the easiest one to get to is 10. Number 9 is a lot harder. Obviously, there's a big gap between 10 and 9. Oh man, this new cannon is good, but it's not great. You can type in ! profile, and I think that gives you all your hours and your next rank and all that. I see where the last one is now. Oh, it's like in that building. There we go. Thanks, Spade. Yeah, so you're 238, and then the top 10 is 287. So not that far apart, really. Let me have a look at where Quartz is. So Quartz is 283, so DSN has only just taken back the 10th from Quartz. I think, yeah, 4 hours. Yeah, and then, yeah, so it's... Yeah, Quartz is the only one in between. Quartz is the only one in between you two. You're going for Bexy now. Nah, Rebecca's got so many hours, but she doesn't watch. The one that could actually be taken is, I think, Dean. Dean's very high up, but Dean doesn't watch. I think Dean has only watched maybe about 10 hours in the last year. So I think Dean is the one to dethrone. I think Joe could have a very good chance of dethroning Dean eventually, because Dean doesn't watch anymore, or at least not a lot. Cave does watch here and there, but he's quite busy as well. Spade at over 1,000 hours, Jesus. When you get in VIP, Spade, remember the last time you got VIP? When GTA 6 drops, you're gonna watch it 8 hours a day. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get like a mad time off. I'm gonna get like 2 weeks off or something when GTA 6 comes out, and I'm just gonna play it. Like, when the online comes out, I'm just gonna take a 2-week holiday and I'm just gonna play it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if they don't even allow. I don't care if they deny me my holiday. I'm just not going to turn up. Like, I'll literally just stay home. I don't care. Worth it. They're not denying my holiday, damn it. They're not taking away GTA 6 from me. You don't remember Spade? Spade, the last time you got VIP, you started to accuse everyone of cheating and making false accusations about us cheating multiple times. And then you also wanted to expose us, which was quite interesting. So yeah, that's why you haven't got VIP back. Because last time wasn't so good. VIP has to represent people who get VIP represent a certain it's multiple things. It's obviously how often you watch, it's how much you interact. Some, you know, you have to interact to get VIP, of course. So that's two of the things. But the third is also your integrity and your you know, you having to act a certain way, to be professional. And that doesn't, you know, obviously we don't always have to agree on things, you know. Multiple of the VIPs in the past have been people that, you know, haven't always been 100% on the same page. But you have to act a certain way. You can't just be unprofessional. That's a difference. You can disagree on certain things, have differences of opinion, but it's how you go about it. And if you go about it in the sense of, oh yes, this person cheats, blah, 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 in a way to discredit someone, of course, that's not exactly something I look for in a VIP. So, you know, there's like three different things. There's activity level, there's how often you communicate and what you know, and that can just be on Discord only. Some of the people that are VIP now pretty much only hang out on Discord at this point, and that's fine. Although that will change. All the old VIPs get to stay VIP because I just grandfather them in, but any new VIPs, if they stop watching stream for a prolonged amount of time, they can lose their VIP. But in reality, I've not actually removed anyone's VIPs yet. So the only person I removed was Derp, because Derp stopped watching completely. Like, Derp just stopped coming by entirely. So it's the only person I've removed VIP from. So Spade, if you want to get VIP, it's not just something you automatically get, it's something you'll need to, you know, you're going to need to hold yourself to a certain standard before you get it. If you can prove to me that you can hold yourself to a certain standard, then yeah, sure. Based on the other two criteria, you meet it. But you need to show me that you are ready to regain it. You can. Well, you need to prove it to me, Spade. It wasn't that long ago that you were accusing Joe of cheating. And that's another thing, Spade. It's not just about me, you know. It's not just about your actions towards me. You know, it's about how you treat other people in the stream, especially false accusations towards Lewis, false accusations about about Joe as well. Literally, you were calling Joe a cheater like maybe about, I don't even know, 3 weeks ago, was it? I don't even know, it wasn't that long. And that isn't a good look. It's not a good look because, you know, think about how new people come to the stream, right? You don't want... The worst thing that can happen when you come to a stream is when you start seeing people, you know, acting in a perhaps not in a great way. Now, mind you, that's one of the reasons why AF doesn't qualify for VIP. I really enjoy hanging out with AF. I think he's hilarious. But AF would not qualify for VIP as he currently stands, because although I am very tolerant of AF, I think in a lot of ways AF just wants to fit in. I know he'll never admit that, but I think he just wants to fit in. And I think a lot of other people probably, you know, can't deal with AF. They probably just kick him out of any group he's part of because he's a bit of a he's a bit of a handful, let's put it that way. And so you have to think about, like, obviously I'm very tolerant, I'm usually quite happy to have AF around, but he would never get VIP as he currently stands because he is not a good, he's not the look I want, which is basically him going around saying all sorts of things about Spade's mother on in the middle of Discord and on the stream. Yeah, so he would not qualify for VIP. So Spade, you need to think about how you conduct yourself and how you appear. Also, I'll fix your account later. I just realized what DSM was talking about. Yeah, Spade's old account. Well, it's the same account. It's just that he changed his name. Spade changes his name like every month, so I have to change the account details every time manually. So most people don't change their name, or they change it once in a very, you know, like a blue moon. But Spade changes his name every time he has a chance to. So I have to change his details over. But yeah, Spade, if you want to become a VIP again, that's what you need to do. You need to conduct yourself a certain way, and that's what you need to do. So if you can get that sorted, then I'll reconsider it. Bessie came up with his athlete man. I mean, I kind of like it, to be fair, because it's like action. It's like Action Man. You remember Action Man? I hope they do a movie about Action Man. You know, like Barbie and all that. I hope they do one about Action Man. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. Surprised it wasn't Skater Man. Oh, you know what, Spade? That might be the next name. Yeah, Skater Man. I gave him the name Tony Bembaroa, or Tony Baroa. That was that. You know his name on Discord. That was the suggestion I gave him, was Tony Baroa. You know, like Tony Hawk and all that. But yeah, Spade, if you can do that, if you can actually maintain a certain composure, and you can conduct yourself in a certain way that is what I want the stream to represent, then yes, I will consider it. But if you need to remember, stop accusing people of cheating, bro. Especially about proof. You need to calm down with your oh, Joe won the 1v1, he's a cheater, or oh, Lewis won the, and also you need to stop with the whole, you know, Lewis and his boyfriend thing. Like, you're already gonna get timed out for 3 days if you do it again. But you need to stop with that, because what in the world is that sign? Why is it so hard? Yeah, you need to stop with that stuff as well, because again, that's another thing that prevents me from giving you VIP. You did stop with that. Well, I need to see it for more than a week, Spade. I need to see it more than, I think the last time I timed you out for it was 2 weeks ago, so I need to see it go a little bit longer than that. 2 weeks is not enough for change. We need to see like at least 3 or 4 months worth of change. If you can do that, okie doke. But you have to remember, Spade, if you lose it, and I will be, you know, the new VIPs are much more, it's much more of a situation where they can be removed for any reason. Like, I've never removed old VIPs from people without a good reason. Derp was the only one. Derp and Marshall. I forgot Marshall. Derp and Marshall, the only 2 times I've taken away VIP from someone. Other than Spade. But from now on, like, with the new VIP system I'm doing is, you know, it can be removed for any reason, Spade. So if you break that even once, if you go and do something that isn't good, doesn't look good, isn't professional, you're gonna lose it, and next time I will make it. You will not get it back. So you need to. I'm not gonna give it to you until I feel you're ready. For one, because I don't want to deal with I don't want to deal with the situation where I give it to you, you lose it, and then having to deal with the fact that you will never be able to get it again. So I'm not gonna give it to you until I feel that you are ready for it. Once I feel you're ready for it, I'll give it back to you. But with the condition that yes, if you do, you're going to be very much on a very, very, very tight leash on that. So, but yeah, that's very important to me. Actually, one thing Spade does do quite well, though, other than activity and all that, is also he doesn't kill random people that play with us, which is good. That's another condition I'm very, very keen on. I mean, to be fair, I don't let people that kill each other play with us anyway. I'm not a big fan of playing with people that like go around screwing other people over. But Spade typically will help people, so I suppose that's another good thing on Spade's side, is that he does help people on GTA a lot if they ask for it. It's funny because a similar thing happened with like the crew and all that. Is Spade was part of the crew, and Spade wanted to get promoted straight away. He didn't want to wait for it, and so he ended up leaving in the end, which is fine. But he never really had the chance to prove himself because he left so quick because he wasn't willing to wait and put the time in. So it's the same thing with VIP Spade. You need to wait and put the time in, but if you can prove to me that you can be trusted with it, I will give it back to you. You know what's funny though, and I think if anyone who doesn't, I've brought this up before, but funny enough, Spade was actually a mod of the stream once upon a time. When my stream was very small and I was just streaming for this, you know, I still do stream for fun, but back then it was much more of a fuck around type thing, you know, just load up a stream, see what happens. And Spade was a mod for a bit, but then he started banning people for no reason. And then he started getting a bit too crazy with it, so we had to take away his mod privileges. Because he started banning people for no reason. Like, they wouldn't even do anything bad, but he would ban them. Whereas, you know me, I don't really care. Like, as long as you're not being offensive, of course, there are certain rules that will get insta-banned straight away. Anything to do with any sort of, you know, phobia, racism, homophobia, transphobia, anything like that, instant ban. If it's obviously malicious. If it's a case of accidental or not understanding, it's different. But if you're malicious and you're homophobic, transphobic, racist, anything like that, you will get insta-banned. But anything other than that, pretty much, I will very rarely ban someone. So it was quite funny that Spade was very much like, oh yeah, this person said something he didn't like, ban. Ban. Whereas I'm much more the, I don't care. Which I'm sure you've all seen with AF and Spade's little conversations. AF is hard though. AF is so difficult to rein in because the problem with AF is that he doesn't care if you try to rein him in, and the problem is with AF as well is he'll just burn the bridge if you do anything too if you do anything that's too like hard on him, if you like try to ban him or whatever. So you gotta be careful. You gotta like the way to deal with AF is to extinguish slowly, and that's what I've been doing with the auto mod and all that. I've been slowly extinguishing AF's flame, making it harder for AF to swear and all that. And now he's just a lot of times I see he'll send a message, it won't send because it gets blocked, and he just doesn't bother sending it. And it's working. It is working. So we just have to keep going. We just have to keep blocking AF's negative comments, and eventually it will get there. He will stop bothering with the negative comments. You see what you're saying, bro? I'm just chilling, just grinding away some career. How are you doing? Actually, I should probably have a look where I'm at the moment. After hours. 5 out of 10. What's next? What else am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm doing this. Los Santos Tuners. Almost 1 million out of 5. What else are we doing? Where's the VIP missions? That would be under import. No, this one, right? Yeah. I was wondering why DSM was writing naughty then, but then I realized that it's because of the... I like how naughty's still a word, because I used to say it a lot. It's still in the bot. That's funny. I like that. I was chilling out at the gym with my friends in the car. I see 2 people walking by. Next thing you know, 2 guys pull up on a moped asking where they're from. Oh my god. Nah, bro. Nah, it's so sad that people get robbed like that. It's so... It really annoys me that people get robbed just for just walking about, you know? You're just walking home or going somewhere and you just get pulled, you know, some people just come up and start trying to take their stuff. I don't know, it's sad. Yeah, go get a job and make money that way. You don't need to steal other people's stuff. You already did that much in the career. Yeah, so it's funny, the career, a lot of this was already unlocked. Because of stuff that I've already done. Like, I've played the game a lot, so some of the stuff was already unlocked anyway. Like, a lot. Most of the stuff was tier 2 and tier 3. But a lot of the tier 4 stuff I still need to grind. So, yeah, I've not, like, done everything here. It's not like I've been in the last, like, month or whatever since the update came out. It's just that this is all stuff I've done in the last, like, year or so that they've been tracking it. And so, yeah, a lot of it's just tier 4 stuff I need to do. But, yeah, it's not so bad. The career is... I feel like it really punished people that haven't played in the last year because those people, like Rockstar didn't really bother tracking stuff before then. But for anyone who's played in the last year, yeah, you're pretty much golden. But I think some people's stuff glitched out and it didn't count. I've heard that some people don't even have Leicester counted. Like, you know, when you do casino, it didn't even count that they went to see Leicester in the park. Like, what are you supposed to do then? You're kind of screwed. Honestly, you're seeing it's like you can't even just walk around. It's like you're just unsafe everywhere now. It's so stupid. Now there's people on mopeds, man. They're menace. They're actual menaces. I'm just waiting for the day that the police finally are allowed to like really like. I've always you know, the American police. You know how they just ram people off the bikes. I can't lie. I kind of want that. I kind of want the police just to ram them off the bikes. You know, like hard. Not even like a gentle bump, but like just straight up knock them off. If they fall underneath the car wheel, that's their fault. But yeah, I mean, it would stop them pretty quick. Like after the first maybe 10 of them in the news, yeah, I think they would get the idea very quickly that they can't do it anymore. I wouldn't even mind, like, I'm genuinely quite happy with the way the police in the UK work. Like, I don't want the police to be shooting people. I don't want the police to be, you know, straight up, like, you know, judge, jury, and executioner. But there's the one thing I don't like is people that go around on mopeds robbing people. I think it's such a scummy way to do it. Like, robbing people in general is scummy, but I just think that it's really sad that people can't walk around without just getting pulled up on by these guys, and then that's it, you know? Damn, they really round him off. That's crazy, honestly. Thing is, if they're just, I mean, it's one thing to steal as well, but another thing when you like rob people. If you're robbing people with knives and stuff, yeah, at that point, you know, if the police ram you off the bike, it's whatever. I wouldn't do it for people stealing. Stealing stuff is not a big, you know, like stealing like a bike, for example. You can get it back. You can insurance and all that. But if you're going around with knives and stuff and you're trying to you know, you're threatening to stab them, yeah. Yeah, I've got no respect for them. Where the fuck is he? Wait. Oh, he's on the ground. He's the weird guy, isn't he? He's standing there looking at a wall. Yeah, legit, legit. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing. You probably would be better off because you could probably just straight up say, yeah, you were joyriding. They would probably either give you they'll give you like a very light charge that probably would just end up being something like community hours if that done and dusted. Like, what's even the point of running? You're just gonna make it worse yourself. Because yeah, you have the chance of getting injured. You also have the chance of injuring someone else. Plus, you are getting a bigger charge. So just literally just pull over, tell them what you did. Just straight up say, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. Done. Go to court. You know, get that light charge going. Yeah, that's the thing. They always pick the easy targets, man. It really annoys me that they go for the people that look... Yeah, they never go for the people that look like they can defend themselves, you know what I mean? Which, I mean, that's understandable. I mean, you would be a really shitty robber if you go and rob people that are really, really, you can see that they could defend themselves. But still. Like, I don't care so much. If you want to... The way I've always seen it is that if you're going to rob someone else who's also part of that game. You know what I mean? Like, if there's someone else, if there's another group who does crime, go rob them. Because, you know what? Like, that's fine. You're literally robbing someone who... I should not have done this in the rain. I should not have done this in the rain. Oh my god. But yeah, like, at least if you go for someone who robs other people, at least, you know, it's fair game then. But... I mean, yeah, it's not a turf war, but still, I mean, I respect it more. Like, at least at least you're going for people that signed up for it. Whereas if you're just going for innocent people, they didn't choose, like, they didn't sign up for it. They're not part of that world. They're just living their lives. Like, leave them alone. No, but you know what though? After what happened with the after what happened with the French police, I'm glad that British police don't carry guns on them as standard, because yeah, the way they said, like, the way that guy got shot, like, point blank, like, I know he was trying to drive off, but I feel like shooting him point blank is a really shitty thing to do. And then to, like, kind of lie about it and say that he'd, like, tried hitting or, like, hit some of the police officers. And I'm like, bro, you know what? I'm glad the British police don't have guns on them as standard, because I don't trust a random police officer to have it. Like, yeah, okay, the armed police, sure, they've gone through lots of training, they know everything about their gun, great, whatever. You know, they are... I trust them, but I wouldn't trust every random Bobby on the beat. Like, in the UK, when a police officer shoots, when a armed police officer shoots, it's a lot of investigation. Although saying that, it doesn't always end up being investigated the way it should and dealt with the way it should. But it's a little bit better than what happened in France, at least. Yeah, I mean, with the American situation, I don't even know what to really comment on about the American situation. Like, it's a, you know, like, I like to say, yeah, get rid of guns, ban guns, and ideally, in an ideal world, we could ban, you know, America could ban guns, but it is difficult. It's one of those things which will take years. Even if you just start banning guns slowly, it would take decades to go through and to deal with fully. So you're kind of stuck in a really shitty situation. The gun culture in America is just very, very strong. Whereas in countries like Britain, when we bang, we used to have guns, in the UK actually. This is one thing people don't really realize, is that we used to have guns. You literally used to be able to own handguns, and hell, even like proper rifles, like what you see in America, and we used to have that. And but not the same culture. Like, most people didn't have guns. Like, you could get them, but most people didn't have them. And there was a situation in the 80s where someone with a like a proper like high-powered rifle shot a bunch of people. I can't remember the exact specifics, but basically the government at the time banned all of those kind of guns, like high-powered rifles with big with like any sort of big magazines, and completely banned them. And so that stopped. And then during the 90s, someone shot up a school in Dunblane with a pistol, and we banned all handguns below a certain length. You can only get rimfire handguns above a certain length, and only in, I think, 22. But it was easy enough here because although a lot of people had to give in their guns, we never had the same culture that America had where everyone and their dog has a gun. You know, like a lot of people never had guns, even though they were legal. A lot of people here never had guns. So, yeah, it's very difficult to get rid of when you have it. I don't know what you can really do at this point, other than like slowly do it over like say 4 or 5 decades. You know, just, you know, ban certain things and then reduce them. You know, I mean, the very least they could do is increase licensing. Like, you can still get guns in the UK. You can still get a shotgun, for example, but you need to have a license for it. You need to have a reason for it. You can't just rock up to a gun store and buy a shotgun because they won't let you have it. It's not, you know, you need to have a reason. So if you're a farmer, for example, you can have a shotgun. If you, you know, you are, you know, if you have like some sort of reason for it, you can get it. But you need to also have a cabinet. You need to have a cabinet, and the police need to come to your house and check that you have the right cabinet and it's locked up properly. I think ammo needs to be stored somewhere else. I'm not entirely sure, but I think ammo needs to be stored somewhere else, like in another cabinet. And yeah, you need to request it from the police, from your local police, and they come and check, and then yeah, they will give you the license. You are actually, funny enough, you can get certain other guns like high-powered rifles and stuff, but you need to request it from the Home Secretary. You need to have a good reason for it. Like, for example, if you're a police officer, an armed police officer, you can request it. Like, when you're going through the process, they'll request it from the Home Secretary to give you a license to use a high-powered a high-powered rifle. It's very different in the UK for that reason. We're very we're very lucky that we didn't have a very big culture for guns when all that happened. It saddens me though, because like, yeah, in America, I don't know how kids go to school. Like, I've never had to once worry about someone bringing in a gun. Like, we've heard, you know, there were people who brought in knives and stuff. But like, imagine having to go to school and knowing that you could be shot. And you have to do drills and shit. The only drills we've ever done is fire drills, bro. Like, where everyone's the most lazy, doesn't give a flying fuck because we all know it's a drill and we just, like, have a laugh. Like, I've never once had to worry about someone pulling up with a fucking rifle and just unloading on all us. And when I see these videos of, like, mass shootings and I hear these, you know, and I hear the gunshots in the background, I've never had to once hear, like, gunshots. Like, I've only heard a few gunshots in my life. In the countryside. And it's usually, like, you know, clay pigeon shoot and shit like that. I've never had to worry about gunshots. I've never had to worry about seeing someone have, you know, dressed up with a, you know, AR-15 and heavy armor. Like, it's actually insane. Like, I feel so bad for American kids. Like, I really do. I really do. Like, I can understand there's certain situations I can completely understand why you might need a gun. If you're living in the countryside, you know, you could be waiting over an hour for police. Okay, fair enough. In that situation, I can completely understand. If you live in the middle of, you know, in the middle of nowhere, and the nearest police station is maybe an hour and a half away, yeah, okay, fair. I can respect that. If you live in an area where there's predators like wolves and bears, okay, I can respect that. If you're a farmer, yeah, okay, fair enough. But when you're living in a city especially, I don't know, I just... You don't need that stuff. You know, maybe a pistol, but even then, like, I don't have to worry about... The thing is, you know what I love? I love that whenever something goes down in the UK, you don't have to worry about someone pulling out a gun and shooting. You know when you see these videos where people like pull up to each other with their guns and just start unloading at each other because like someone got into a fight in a like they had a road rage incident, or someone got into a fight and then the other person pulled out a gun. I've never had to worry about running and hiding. I can legit just sit at a bus stop, and the only people I might have to worry about is some guy with a knife, maybe. I mean, there are a lot of people that do carry knives, but very rarely do I see them, like, see the knives pulled out. I don't have to worry about just being randomly shot at. Like that Instagram live video of those two people, and they were like beefing on Instagram live, and one of them pulls up, or literally on Instagram live, and just starts unloading at the other person, and the other person's the most chill. Like, he's getting shot at, and the bullets are missing him, and he doesn't even run. He just goes, he's like, oh, he came, he shot and he missed. He shot and he missed. Like, that's so normal to him, getting shot at, that he's not like adrenaline pumping, like, you know, like scared, or like, oh my god, what the hell just happened? He's just like, huh, he shot and he missed. Pathetic. Like, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing is, knife wounds generally can be worse than gun wounds. But the thing about a knife is that you can outrun someone with a knife. There's only, typically, you can only injure so many people with a knife. Whereas with a gun, you can be shot at multiple times and be hit multiple times from afar. I would rather take my chances with a knife, honestly. Like, I can't lie. I would rather take my chances with a knife. I can run. Like, I'm not the most athletic, but at least I can turn around and I can run. Like, I can just leg it. Whereas with a gun, you can't really outrun a gun. Like, if you're, especially in America, because you know in America they have those massive open buildings and like, you Americans have got huge buildings. Like, I just want to say that, by the way. Your fucking buildings are huge. And your parking lots are huge, man. Like, I was looking at a video of a shooting, and it was a parking lot. Your parking lot is insane. Like, I would legit be out of breath walking from one of the sides of that parking lot to the other. Like, what the fuck? Like, our parking lots are tiny here. We have, like, these... Like, even the big parking lots are tiny. Like, maybe a quarter... Even the biggest parking lots I've seen in the UK are like a quarter of the size of like a medium American parking lot. Like, Jesus Christ. So imagine being in the middle of that parking lot and some guy pulls up with a fucking AR-15. Like, what do you do, bro? What do you do? Like, at least with a knife I could leg it, but if you pull up in that massive parking lot with a gun, bro, there's nothing you can do. You know what's funny though? People always bring up like the murder rate and the stabbing rate in London, for example. This is something that a lot of people bring up actually, is the stabbing rate in London, and the stabbing rate in London is still below the stabbing rate in cities in America, like Chicago. Like, Chicago has got a higher murder rate by a lot, a higher stab rate. Like, we don't even have guns, so the main way to attack people is with knives, and yet our stabbing rate is lower than Chicago and London. So it's a lot of it is culture as well. I feel that a lot of people in America are just very... I just feel like a lot of people in America are just very pent up at the moment, and I don't blame them. America's very divisive because, you know, it's very one side or the other, whereas in the UK we have a lot more, you know, it's not really that, it's not as bad, but in America it's very one side or the other. And so a lot of people in America are very, like, at boiling point. America's just a very... It's just not in a great place at the moment, I feel. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like... the wounds are mad, and I've seen people with those mad, you know, those, like, zombie knives and shit. But, you know what, at least I can outrun the zombie knife. I can't outrun someone with a bloody bullet. I can't outrun a bullet. I'm not the Flash, you know? Like, an average runner could outrun a knife. But to outrun a bullet, you need to be a Flash. You need to be the Flash, or the anti-Flash, or the reverse Flash, or whoever. You need to be one of the Flash people. Or Superman. Just outrun a bullet. But I can outrun a knife. So... Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, one of the things that I've always thought, and this is a really good idea for anyone in the UK, if you have, like, if you're walking along and someone tries to, like, to rob you, like, mug you, have a dummy wallet and a dummy phone, right? Carry a dummy, you can get dummy phones for, like, 10 quid, and you can get, like, dummy wallets for a £5. stick a few notes in there, stick like a fiver in there, and a few coins, and then just chuck that shit behind whoever mugs you. Just chuck it behind them. They're gonna be so distracted trying to get that shit that you can turn and you can run. By the time they figure out that shit's fake, you're gone. And good luck. With a gun, I don't want to fake. You know, if they see that shit's fake, they can turn right around and shoot me in the back. No. I would rather run with them. At least then I've got myself maybe, you know, like a 30-second head start. I can outrun a knife at that point, but there's no way I'm outrunning a bullet. So I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week. Yeah, I don't blame people. Yeah, like you know, a lot of people just give up everything, and I don't blame them. Your life is more valuable. But at least with if you're really not wanting to give up your shit, carry some dummy shit on you. Literally, just carry like a dummy knife, a dummy phone. You can just buy them for 10 quid. I wouldn't be surprised if you know those like phone places that like sell phones and they have like dummy ones. I wouldn't be surprised if they just chuck them in the bins once they're no longer wanted. You could probably just go to some bin and just take it out and be like, yeah, there you go, I've got a dummy phone now. Just chuck that shit. Whoever's like robbing you will usually be so distracted and like at what you've thrown that they won't even bother with you. Wait, where's the thing? Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. That's what I'm thinking, but yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for America. I feel bad for American kids more than anything, because like, you literally have no choice. You just go to school, you know, learning. You want to learn your ABCs and all that, you know. And same thing can happen. It can happen at university age as well. It can happen at like, you know, elementary school, middle school, high school, university. I mean, it's just like, jeez, man, I just can't imagine. Nah, I've seen too many of those videos, and you know what the worst part is, and this is the bit always like is the worst for me anyway, is when you see it on Twitter. You know, when you go on Twitter, I don't use Twitter as much anymore. Most of my Twitter is now just taking the piss out of people for the fun. I like to just go on Twitter and just randomly go for people that have been arseholes to other people and then start getting involved. I don't know, I just find that interesting and fun, but I don't really use Twitter much other than that. But when I go on Twitter and I see trending school shooter, you know, and it's like you see like the name of the place and sometimes a shooter next to it, and you're like, oh fuck this, and you click on it and you see like the live videos of people dead or, you know, being shot at, and you see especially for me, the kids, man, it's when you know, they're crying, like a lot of them are crying, like they think that could be their, you know, that could be them dead. They don't know, you know, who's who. You don't know if it's a shooter outside or not, and the police are there, and you don't know if it's like the shooter or the police. Bro, that's the most it's the most saddest thing I've ever seen when I see that stuff. I am genuinely like, I genuinely feel sick when I see that, because it's like, geez, that could be your kid or that could be your friend. And it's crazy, like, I've never had to do that here. I've never once had to do that in the UK. Ever. I know the UK's got a lot of issues, man. But I love the UK. I hate the UK, but I love the UK. I love that when something shit happened here, we dealt with it. We didn't just kind of say, oh, well, we can't do anything about it. We dealt with it. And the funny thing is, the first time the big guns were banned, you know, the assault rifle type guns, you know, the rifles, that was banned by a conservative government. And then the second gun, the handguns, that was banned by a Labour government. So both sides were dealing with guns, which I love. I love that over here we don't have like the big separation between the two parties, where one party is like pro-gun, one party's anti. Over here, you know, there was the willingness to work to get things done when they needed to be done. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people, yeah, they say more guns. I don't know. I think that's like, I wouldn't give more guns. I wouldn't put more guns into people's hands because I feel like that's not going to work out. Like, a lot of people overestimate their ability with guns, and I think a lot of people think they're going to be the hero. But most likely what's going to happen is you're going to get killed pulling out your gun. And, yeah, pointless. Especially because a lot of people will be carrying, like, maybe a handgun. But a lot of these shooters now will be carrying, you know, assault rifles, and they'll be carrying... and I know they're not technically assault rifles because, you know, they're semi-autos and blah, blah, blah. I get it. But I'm just going to call them assault rifles for the ease of, you know, just making the language easier. They're going to be carrying, like, heavy armor as well. They're going to have plates. Or at least a Kevlar vest. So what are you going to do with your little puny pea shooter when bro rocks up with the AR-15 and the plates? What are you going to do? Like, we all like to think, oh yeah, we're like COD, you know, we can, you know, we're great, we can pull out our guns and shoot everyone, or GTA, look at us, you know, we can do anything. No, in most situations, you're going to be outmaneuvered massive. You're going to be outpowered. I don't know what that. I don't think they have any logic. I think they genuinely just don't like the idea of guns being banned because it's a thing that riles up their base. I think that's the thing. They don't care about the guns, so to speak. Like, I have no doubt about it. If they ever took over the US, like, say if the US ever fell to fascism and the Republicans, you know, managed to install a dictator, the first thing they would do is ban guns. The first thing they would do is forcefully take away people's guns. Like, they don't care about the Second Amendment. They don't care about any of the other amendments. Think about how many crimes that they commit in power and how many crimes Trump committed in power. They don't care about the amendments, really. They don't truly care about them because they break all the other they break the other parts of the Constitution just happily. They just use it to rile up their base because people will see that and go, oh, they want to ban our guns. They want to take away our guns over my dead body, kind of thing. So it's not really about the guns. It's not really about the Second Amendment. It's purely because they know that's what will win them the votes. They don't want an armed administrator. Yeah, that's the thing. That they don't want people walking around with armed to the teeth. You know what's funny? Remember in California? And under Reagan, they introduced a bunch of anti-gun laws under Reagan, who was a very strong conservative. You know why? Because a bunch of black people started buying guns. The Black Panthers and all that, they started getting black people to buy guns because they figured, well, if other people have guns, we need guns to defend ourselves, right? As soon as they started doing that in large numbers, suddenly, oh no, we need to have gun control. And that's how I know that to the Republicans, they don't care about guns, about the Second Amendment. They're happy to introduce gun restrictions when it doesn't benefit them. So I actually think that if people want to ban guns in America, if black folk in America start buying guns in large quantities, trust me, that's the best way to get gun control. Because those people, they'll be straight up like, we need to restrict guns. But no, it's a sad thing. Like, the thing is, I don't even think you need to straight up ban guns. Like, you can literally just introduce better checks on people, making sure that their mental health checks. That's the very bare minimum that I would think is appropriate. Like having a clean bill of health and signed off by a psychiatrist to say that this person is of sane of mind and he's not gonna start shooting up people. Yeah, you didn't want to do it, but that's the thing though. Like, that's how gun control got introduced. Like, the argument is that, oh, the Second Amendment is above all, right? That's the thing. The Second Amendment is above all, right? Well, in that case, then why were they introducing gun control? Because certain people they didn't like were using guns. Like, all those people out there shooting up schools, they're terrorists as well, really. And you see all the people out there with, all the Proud Boys and all these people that rock up to these events shouting and screaming with their big guns on them, they're also terrorist groups. Like, no normal person's gonna rock up to an event that they don't agree with. Like, I don't agree with certain things. I don't rock up to events shouting and screaming and holding guns because I don't think that's normal. You know, I think that's quite abnormal. But yet they don't introduce laws, they don't introduce any sort of gun control when they do it, but when people they don't like do it, then they introduce gun control. And that gave it away to me that they don't care about they don't actually care about, you know, the Second Amendment. They never cared about the Second Amendment. They just don't like when certain people they don't want having guns have guns. If they really cared about the Second Amendment, they would be like, well, okay, there should be no gun control no matter who it is. But you know, then that doesn't benefit them. So the way I look at it is this: is that there needs to be some proper control, but it needs to be done. You're never going to just outright ban guns in America, not in the next century. So the best solution is introduce, you know, limitations, checks, you know, things that make it harder for unhinged people to get guns, whilst allowing people that are, you know, decent, honest people to have them, and have reasonable access. You know, not like, yeah, let's let them have like fully automatic blah blah blah. You know, like, you should have reasonable access to reasonable weapons if you pass the checks properly. Because, you know, that's I think a fair compromise. But the thing is, there's no compromise anymore. Because the thing is, the Republicans will never give they will never give an inch. And the Democrats, if they give an inch, the Republicans will take a mile. So no one is willing to compromise on it, really. And that's the problem. That's the problem when you have a two-party state. You're gonna have this massive issue where people are not gonna agree. Whereas at least in like a lot of European countries, there's lots of coalitions and there's different things that mean that people have to work together and make compromise. Oh yeah, like you can see it in America today. You've seen these people rocking up like to any sort of trans event, and they're holding their massive guns and they're like screaming and shouting all this different stuff about how they want to, you know, effectively kill them. And I mean, I don't know. I think that's pretty much a terrorist group in my eyes. I mean, look at the people that were going around shooting up electrical substations because they wanted to damage the Biden administration by destroying infrastructure. I mean, that is pretty much a definition of a terrorist group. But you know, I mean, these people are insane. Like, I couldn't imagine going. Like, I don't like the Conservatives in the UK, but bro, I'm never gonna go up to an electrical substation and start destroying them because, oh, I don't like the Conservatives. Like, that's unhinged. That's unhinged, bro. Like, I mean, yeah, I want Labour to win, sure, but bro, like, I'm not gonna go around. Fuck this mission, by the way. It's glitched out again. Oh, that's a bad name. I'm not gonna go around like committing to domestic terrorism. Like, that's mad. Doesn't matter how much I hate the government. So, I don't know. Again, I think the problem with America is that you just aren't going to sort it because there's two very, very extreme sides now. And especially one side, the Republican side has gone off the rails. Like, they used to be, you know, you used to have at least some level of reasonable level of Republicans, you know, where they were actually, you know, they had the best of the country in their sights. It may not have been, you know, everyone's view. A lot of them truly believe that trickle-down economics was a great idea, for example, and they really, you know, they truly believe that stuff. So I can understand that, and I can, you know, someone like John McCain, I can respect someone like John McCain. But I think those days have gone. A lot of them now are just completely nut jobby. You know, you went from reasonable people like John McCain to people like Donald J. Trump and Ron DeSantis. And I don't know. It's mad. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They just, a lot of these people are genuinely just not, they don't genuinely care and think that way. They just like the idea of winning. I think that was the biggest thing, was that they just like the idea of winning. They don't care how they win, they just like to win. And so when certain things like that happen, to them it's a win because, oh, it's our side. Everyone gets put on sides, and if their side gets, their side wins, that's all that matters. It's like football teams, it's like sports teams. As long as their side wins, and there's no nuance anymore, there's no, okay, let's pick the best hits, let's try to work together. It's just, this is 100% bad, this is 100% good. I think the world is a lot more grey. Like, I'll be the first to admit, I'm very much centre-left. I'm very much centre-left, leaning towards more far left. So of course, not far left, but like middle left. So I would classify myself as a light socialist. I don't believe in some of the things that, I don't believe in like full on like nationalising everything, socialising everything. At least not anytime soon. That will take decades. But a lot of people are like, we want it here and now. There's no like, okay, let's get it done slowly. It's like, oh, if you can't get everything what we want in 4 years, then we don't support you. And you see it a lot with the Democrat side in America. There's a lot of people out there who are not supporting Biden, or at least aren't as keen on Biden. And I can understand that because, Biden may not be doing everything they want. But you need to understand that things take time, and you're not going to get everything done in 4 years. And you're not going to get, especially because half the country doesn't support it. So you can't go and socialize the whole country when half the country is against it. You need to take the time and try to do it bit by bit and try to win people over to your side. And as the younger generations grow up, they're going to be more, left-wing, more progressive, and that's going to shift. And that's, you got to do it like that. But a lot of people just kind of go, okay, I want this one, or I want this one, and if you don't do it 100%, then that's not good enough. I just don't get that. I think that you should be trying to do things the best as you can, and to compromise as much as you can, while still, doing what is right and what is fair. But I think that, yeah, a lot of people have lost that nuance in the last... I think the internet hasn't helped. The internet's very much echo chamber, and I get that. I don't get me wrong, I'm very much, I like a good echo chamber, don't get me wrong. It's nice to, to wallow in the pity of what could be, but, and I am very, as I said, I'm much more left-wing. There's certain things I will not allow in, for example, the Discord. Anything that promotes anything like straight-up misogynistic, for example. I won't allow anything Andrew Tate related, and I won't even have a debate on that. To me, the guy is a scumbag. I won't even allow like a debate on Andrew Tate or anything like that. That shit is just straight up banned. But certain things, anything that's more reasonable, I don't really care. So I'm posted like, we've had people post certain more like, like say something that might be supporting of austerity or something like that, more conservative kind of value. I don't really care too much, Even if I don't necessarily agree with it, I don't really care too much. But if someone starts promoting, Andrew Tate, or as I call him, I'm not going to be keen on that because, the harm he's done to actual, women. And I will not waver on that. So certain things I do have a hard line on. But, I mean, that's the thing though, even then, like, I can agree that he has got some good points. But listen, I think that working out, yes. Work on yourself, yes. Eat healthy, yes. All three things, great. But that's the thing, just because he's right about those doesn't mean he's right about everything else. And that's, again, nuance, being able to appreciate that, yes, someone can be right. Something, like a broken clock is right twice a day. He's right about some things, and of course, people should listen in that regard, Eat healthy, work out, look after yourself, yeah. But then when people start saying, oh, well, that must mean other things he's saying is right. No. So, yeah, I'm very... I think it's good to have a nuanced view of things, but some things, yeah, I can't get jiggy with. I'll never will. So it's just best to avoid that. But I think, yeah, too many people are very much like everything has to be cut and dry, everything has to be black or white. And I think that's really the wrong way to look at it. I think there's a lot of nuance in a lot of things, and I think that people need to remember, yeah, the world is very grey. There's many shades of grey. Not everything needs to be politicized as well. I don't know why everything has to be politicized these days. Everything, you know, everything has to be down to, and people will pick sides in it. Like, you literally, someone will say something bad, or, you know, maybe not that great, and instantly you got people picking sides. Instantly, you know, like, so, let's say an old celebrity, like a celebrity, says something like, I don't know, and let's say something, colonialization was good. Let's say that colonization was good. You know, you could have a whole ass debate about the pros and cons. I'm not even going to go near it. But let's just say someone says colonization was great. Okay, whatever. Then you'll have people on one side grouping up against them. And then you'll have, like, Republican, even if that person was a Democrat or was not political beforehand, you'll get Republicans backing them and making it their identity. And the same thing happens the other way around. You know, someone will say something or do something, and the other side will just pick them and then start running with it. And I just don't get why it matters. Like, why does everything need to be about one side or the other? Like, does it, like, okay, this person does says something that's a bit questionable. Does it need to be, you know, places? I mean, one thing to say that. Another thing, if someone goes out and starts saying all sorts of racist, horrible shit, M-word this, M-word that. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That person, yeah, fine. Hate that person, straight up, like, you know, whatever. But a lot of times people will say something that's a little bit questionable. Maybe it's because of ignorance. Maybe it's because they meant something else and it was taken out of context. And then suddenly everyone will be backing a side just for the sake of having a side. And I just think that's so stupid. Like, I mean, I've seen it even with Jonathan Majors. You know, like Jonathan Majors, it all came out that, you know, he was abusive or whatever. Not confirmed yet. You know, whatever. Have your opinions, fine, whatever. But I've seen people backing him and making it into like, oh, well, men can't be men these days. Bro, bro, what? Like, why does it need to be? And then they tie it into like, oh, well, this is just another way that the Democrats are coming for you and your rights, and, you know, making everyone into, you know, blah blah blah. And I'm like, bro, what does that even have? Like, why does it matter? Like, why are you trying to bring politics into Jonathan Majors being a, you know, potentially abusive or not? Like, why does it matter? Why are you trying to make it into like, oh yeah, well, you know, Republican versus Democrat? And you see it even with people from like other countries and people that aren't even American. You see it where like Americans will make it into about American politics. Like, you'll see someone in the UK being stupid or saying something dumb, and then American Republicans will start backing them over it. And I'm just like, bro, why is it American politics when it's not even an American person? Like, honestly, people just want to have these political arguments for no reason. Yeah, like, honestly, people are just insane these days. Honestly, actually insane. Like, it's so stupid. Like, judge the person. Like, wait until more evidence comes out. Let, you know, maybe a court of law. I do prefer having a court of law. See what gets done. You know, I want to see the evidence before making judgments. But why make it political when it's nothing to do with politics? It's just someone who might have done a shitty thing or said a shitty thing. You know, either said or did something shitty. Like, just chill and judge it for what it is, not for politics. And that is very true, DSN, exactly. It's the same reason why they did that Trump, remember they did the Trump, CNN did that Trump thing where they did like an interview with him, and it was purely because they knew it was going to make a lot of money. And it's just like, Jesus, like, these people will legit do anything. Actually, I got nothing there. These people will legit do anything to make more money. Like, they will sell they'll sell their mothers. They're willing to literally sell everything and try to create something out, and try to create, you know, arguments and all that. Yeah, Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I do agree. I think there's a lot of people online who are left-wing, and that's one thing I will say about the left-wing side that I do not like, being, you know, left-wing myself. I don't like that a lot of left-wing people will try to... don't catch on that what they're doing is just feeding into it. They're feeding into this other side, this frenzy, and it's just... it genuinely is better, and I think that everyone should do this. Just block. That's what I've been doing on Twitter. That's what I've been doing on every social media I do. I know it kind of creates like an echo chamber in a sense, but anything that I think is just too much obvious, especially obvious bait, just block. Just block them out, ignore them, block them on this, you know, and just completely avoid it, because you're just going to get riled up and get angry, and then you're going to boost it up more and feed into it and make it bigger than it should be. So that's definitely something that people need to look into. I think the left, yeah, a lot of left wing need to stop with that. Yeah, people. That's the thing. News companies have, especially because a lot of news companies are owned by a few very wealthy people. So yeah, they obviously want chaos. Like, what do wealthy people want? When it comes to, you know, they want people fighting. They want the poorer people and the people at the bottom fighting, because it allows them to rise to the top. And I can understand that. Like, from a purely from their perspective, I think it's genius. Like, have people fighting each other, and then you can just sit on top and benefit from it. I completely understand that. Although obviously morally it is fucked, and I think it's disgusting, but from a, you know, perspective of if I was a rich person, yes, it's genius, it's smart. But yeah, so much stuff is just so, like, everything has to be a debate these days. Everything has to be an argument. And like, don't get me wrong, I think it can be fun to have a little debate. But everything, you know, and I know that people make the joke about, oh, you know, you go on Twitter and you say, my favorite color is blue, and someone will write up a whole fucking thesis on why you're wrong, why you have the wrong opinion. And it's true in a sense. A lot of people do that. A lot of people will literally, you know, you say, oh, I like the color blue, bro. Someone comes in and they'll fucking explain to you why blue sucks. Why you're literally Hitler for liking blue. And that happens on both sides as well. There was a group of people that I saw yesterday who call themselves socialists, and there's this guy who used to be, you know, he used to be a bit racist. And he used to do this, you know, used to be a little bit less, you know, a little bit more ignorant. He comes from a poor working class white background in the UK, and he was a little bit kind of behind the times on understanding certain things, and he had some questionable post history. But this guy in the last 2 years has been doing amazing work, helping people who are poor, helping people, you know, afford their bills, helping to keep, you know, to help people survive, and he's been trying to help, you know, really trying to turn their life around. And all I see is the same people still hating this person because of some comments he made in 2016 about how, you know, how Facebook and all that's trying to ban being British, and trying to, you know, like, you know, posting about how, you know, fuck political correctness and all that stuff. Yeah, okay, some of the stuff he said is stupid, but, you know, he's obviously trying to turn himself around since then. So why are they trying to hound this guy for being like that, you know, over, what, 8 years ago now? Like, why are they trying to hound him for that? That doesn't get you anywhere. Like, that doesn't benefit the left either. If you're left wing and you're targeting people who were once maybe not so great, you're not going to win them over. You can't win people over if you're going to say, well, you're not, you know, you're not pure enough. That's why I call it the purity test. And to someone, someone will always find you not pure enough. Someone will always find you. You'll do something. You'll do everything great, but you'll do one thing wrong. You'll do one thing not to their level, and suddenly everyone hates you for it. Everyone judges you for it. That's the one thing I will say about the left that I don't like, is that a lot of times, and that's coming from someone who is left wing, I don't like the infighting and the purity test. Oh, you're not doing it. You're not pro this enough. You know, then you're bad. You know, Like, I support LGBT, for example. I think, you know, fair enough. You know, you're LGBT, you're trans, whatever. Good for you. You know, live your life, be who you are. I don't personally list my pronouns, for example. You know, I just view, you know, people can probably figure out what I am. I'm a guy, fair enough. I have nothing against people who do list pronouns. Good for them, be my guest. But what I hate is when then some people start saying, well, if you don't list pronouns, then you're being a bad ally. Bro. Like, you're just gonna piss people off and lose people over such a stupid thing. Like, yeah, I've got no issue with people listing pronouns. If someone lists pronouns, I will use their pronouns. If someone says that they are he, him, I'll say he, him. You know, doesn't matter what they physically look like, I will use the pronouns they say. If I make a mistake, correct me, please, and I will try my best to use the correct pronouns from then on. And I'll apologize if I mess up. But then some people, again, will be like, oh, you messed up your pronouns? You're evil. Like, oh, you misgendered someone? You're evil. And especially this happens a lot of times with older people, people that aren't very in tune with LGBT, where they don't necessarily mean to misgender or you know, or use the wrong pronoun. But they just maybe not understand. And people, and nice, decent people will correct them and, you know, fair enough, everything's good, their person will try to correct themselves and whatever. But when people start saying, oh, you're instantly bad because you misgender someone by accident. Bro, what? You're just pissing people off because, you know, you're not giving people a chance. And so that's what I call what I consider the purity test, where if you don't meet these levels every time, or if you ever made a mistake in your past, people will hunt you down over it and haunt you over it. And I think that's wrong. And I think that's something that the left really needs to work on, because I think that just ends up losing people. Not everyone's going to understand LGBT, for example, and the best thing to do is to explain it to them. If they just genuinely don't understand, what's wrong with that? If they're purposely being, you know, assholes about it, yeah, sure. But if someone just genuinely doesn't understand, why haunt them over it? You know what I mean? And most people don't, to be fair. Most people are good, but you always have the people on Twitter, the eternally online people who will make a big fuss over something like that. And I hope that that's something people will work on. I see a lot more people calling it out now when people do stupid shit like that. I see a lot more people calling out and saying, you know what, that's really shitty of you to do that. Like, you know, yeah, like, sure, they might have misgendered someone or used the wrong pronouns, but, like, bro, like, give them a break. Not everyone is going to be good at it, especially the first few times. So yeah, I feel like with the right wing, it doesn't really matter. Like, people on the conservative side don't really care so much about purity. Like, and that's one thing in the UK we noticed. There's a lot of differences in and this relating to UK politics. On the conservative side, it very rarely fractures. You'll have people who are very far. People like Jacob Rees-Mogg who support banning abortion, stuff like that. And then you have people who are much more liberal, kind of more centre-right. And they're people that support things like abortion or having the right to have abortion and other things like that. And they work together. Like, they may disagree on certain things, but they work together. Whereas on Labour, which is the left-wing party, you have this purity issue where Keir Starmer, who is the current leader of Labour, the second biggest party in the UK, and likely to win the next election, a lot of them will, if he says something like, okay, we're gonna stop focusing about gender politics as much, you'll have people instantly start attacking him and saying, well, I'm not voting Labour anymore because blah blah blah, Labour's evil, blah blah blah. Or they'll start going, you know, if he cuts any sort of, you know, like the green policies, he's been cutting some of them back a little bit because he realised, you know, the economy's in shambles, we won't be able to afford to do certain green policies straight away. And people are saying, oh, he's literally Satan because he's cutting green policies. And it's like that's the purity level. In the conservative side, you'll see people, even when they disagree with each other, even when they think that, you know, even if they're completely different ends of the conservative spectrum, they will work with each other no matter what. Whereas on the left, bro, people will dump you the second you're not their level. And that's the purity that I don't like about the left. I think that you need to be a little bit more nuanced and willing to work together. What happened? We were talking about politics, Spade. We were talking about the craziness that is modern day politics. This is my favorite kind of conversation about politics. Not about debating what's right and wrong, not debating right versus left, but just talking about how crazy politics is. That's fun to talk about, because I think everyone on all sides of the spectrum, anyone who's reasonable, can agree that politics is just stupid at the moment. Like, and that's why I love about it. Like, that's why I love talking about like craziness about it, because typically politics is quite a heated argument, a heated subject, and that's, you know, understandable. But I love that we can talk about how stupid it is at the moment, and I think everyone who's reasonable can agree with that. It's stupid, both sides, especially for me anyway, more so the conservative side. But I'm willing to, of course, accept that yes, the left is doing some stupid things too. And I like that we can all agree that it's just dumb at the moment. Like, everything politics-wise is just fucking nutty. That's the best kind of conversation you can have, because it doesn't lead to arguments. It doesn't lead to people hating each other or being frustrated with each other. It just everyone understands, yeah, it's stupid. And we can laugh about it, also cry about it, because, you know, it is affecting our countries. But at least we can kind of laugh and cry together, right? About how fucked it is. I just want to go back to the days when politics was boring, you know? It was some people on TV talking about random shit. And that was that. The good times. I kind of miss the days when you could just grow up and not worry about it. Like, I didn't really start worrying about politics until I was about 18. 19? 18-ish. No, 16, sorry. I started thinking about it about when I was 16. And 18 was when I really started thinking about it. But today, people kind of get exposed to it from a much younger age, don't they? They get exposed to it, like, very young, because unfortunately it's just everywhere. Yeah, I think we'll just hoping it gets better, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I just hope it gets better and doesn't go worse. That's my worry. I'm always worried that, you know, history repeats itself, and unfortunately, you know, it seems to repeat itself every 100 years or so, and unfortunately the 100-year mark is coming up for something that I do not ever want to see repeated. So let's hope that we'll get some sensors. Well, it's too late. I want to go back to debating, like, which, you know, like, I want to go back to debating, like, which way should a road go? Where should a road go? How big should the road be, you know? Should we have more crossings? You know, stupid shit like that. What colour, like, the bollards should be, or what colour should the fences be, you know? It's stupid stuff like that didn't hurt anyone. I mean, maybe it hurt people that didn't like certain colours, I don't know. Maybe someone looks at the colour blue and it hurts their eyes, and of course the council paints the bollards blue, so now they've got painful eyes, I don't know. But, yeah, I agree. I think that's very sad when people are against just because someone else wants it. I think that's really stupid. There's certain things that I don't mind so much from the Conservative side. Sometimes the Conservatives, you know, in the UK will do something that I don't necessarily agree with, but I don't hate it. And I just don't, like, if it's something that doesn't really, that isn't negative, it's not negative, it's just maybe not the way I would have done it, I just go, well, okay, fine, whatever. I just don't see the point of like opposing everything just because it's not your side, you know?
Good Christ!
Boom. I love city planning. You know me, I play a lot of City Skylines. Anyone who's got me on Steam will know well, I mean, I used to. I don't really play at the moment, so I've been doing so much work outside when I come home. But yeah, if anyone who's looked at my Steam profile will know I've got like, what, 400 plus hours on City Skylines? And I used to have like hundreds of hours on SimCity 4 and SimCity 3000 back in the day, so I love a good bit of city planning. But the one thing I'm glad about in City Skylines and all that, there's no parties to discuss with. It's just you. You know, you're the mayor. No one's going to question it. You do what you need to do. There's no one like debating whether your budget is acceptable, if you're spending too much money on expanding the train system or whatever. Like I don't have to justify why I'm investing in a new tram system that makes no money but helps a lot of people get around a city. I'm very thankful about that. One thing I'm very happy about, anyone who has played City Skylines will know, anyone who hasn't will not. I'm sorry, but I'm just very excited about this. In City Skylines 2, they're going to make it so that cars need to park in actual parking spaces. They don't just go into people's pockets anymore like they did in City Skylines 1. And so now, American-style cities with little public transport are going to really look like American cities. Huge parking lots. And I think that's really cool, because although I don't really build American cities, I like to build my cities very European-esque, with lots and lots of public transport. I think it's awesome that if you build an American-style city, you're going to have a lot of parking lots, and that's very, very reasonable, because that's kind of what, you know, American cities look like. Oi, where you going? I don't even know what this is, but I'm going to... But, yeah. Not just bikes on YouTube, great city planning content, not the boring stuff you might imagine. No, I've never seen them, but, I know, actually, no, I have heard of the name, but I think I might have watched one video of that, actually. That rings a bell, not just bikes. I might have watched a video, on their channel a while back. Do they have, long videos? Like, do they have, like, fairly long ones? Because I swear I saw, like, long videos and thinking, oh, that's really cool. I mean, I shouldn't say long, because, like, what is long in today's world? Long in today's world is pretty much anything that's more than 3 minutes long, but, yeah, like... Yeah, that's it, yeah, 10 to 30, which I guess that's quite long in today's world, isn't it? Yeah, I think I've seen their videos pop up, and I might have watched one. But it's... I need to do it. Thank you for the suggestion, though, because I actually am I do like that kind of content, and I do need a new YouTube to watch. I know people always complain about YouTube coming up with the most absolute shit, but my YouTube's created very well. Like, 90% of my YouTube is ASMR. Like, ASMR channels. And then the other, like, 10% is a mix of camping videos, videos about, like, kind of, what are they called, cryptoids and stuff like that, you know, like, you know, like, oh, like stories like Bigfoot and stuff like that, and then Dragon Ball Z, so I do need more content on there. Houston, yeah, I've heard Houston's very bad. You ready for music chat? Oh yeah, Spade, we'll do music soon, mate. When I finish streaming another 20 minutes or something, we'll do music pie. Yeah, I've heard Houston's pretty bad. I've seen some pictures of Houston. There was a huge highway in Texas, huge highway, like 6-lane highway, I swear, on both sides. And then there was like highways on the side of the highway. I'm like, bro, why is there so many highways? Is it really that bad? Like, I have to ask the Americans who are watching, is it, I mean, I guess it is, isn't it? Like, what do you think of having to drive? Like, I'm curious, any Americans who might be watching, what do you think of having to drive maybe like an hour or like 30 minutes to an hour just to get to like somewhere? Like you know, like I've heard like people will order food from 20, 30, 40 miles away from a restaurant like distance, and Deliveroo drivers or no, maybe not Deliveroo in America, it's DoorDash and stuff. Some of them will deliver stuff like 20, 30 miles away from the restaurant. And I'm like, bro, that's mad, because in the UK, most restaurants won't deliver more than maybe 2 or 3 miles, maybe sometimes 5. And like if I was going to order from like 30, 40 miles away, that's like a town that surrounds my city. That's like fucking Slough or some shit. And by the way, anyone who's ever come into the UK, anyone who ever think about coming to the UK, never go to Slough. Never go to Slough. No offense to anyone who might live in Slough, in which case I feel sorry for you, but never go to Slough. Or Luton. It's weird only because of all open space. Yeah, that's the thing, like, I don't know, it's so crazy to me when I hear about like people traveling an hour and a half to go to work. That's so long. Like driving an hour just to go to work, or 30 minutes just to get to 30, 40 minutes just to get to the local restaurant, just to get to or to go to Walmart. Some people have to drive like 40, 50 minutes to get to Walmart. Like, what? That's crazy to me. Whereas in the UK, you can walk everywhere. Like, I can literally walk everywhere I go. I mean, I take trains a lot of times. Underground. I love the underground. Oh my god, the underground's so good. I hate the underground. It's so hot, but I love the underground. Like, it's really hot, but I love the underground so much. Trains. I hate how packed they are, but oh my god, I love trains. I love how I can sit on a train and just forget. And I love that I can literally just walk from wherever I want. I can literally walk across the entirety of London if I wanted to. And it would be easy. And everything's in walkable. Everything's like easy. There's supermarkets everywhere. There's shops everywhere. You can literally walk anywhere you want. Yeah, I can understand. Especially during the 40s, I can understand a desire for cars, and it was the American dream. Having your own house, having cars, and all that. Man, I don't know. It's mad. We just stockpiling. I've done Headhunter, air freight. Piracy prevention. Yeah, I've seen some of your regular towns, DSN, and they're like, it's always interesting when I see these huge like boulevards in the middle of the town, and there's not even any real pathways. Sometimes it's just like you have to walk across grass to get from one like fast food restaurant to another. Really weird. This is the thing, actually. In like most cities, how like you have fast food restaurants built to be like you have them built specifically to be a fast food restaurant or like a supermarket. In the UK, a lot of buildings like that are in converted old buildings. So you'll have like old buildings that were built 1700s, some of them, and they're converted into like a Tesco or into a McDonald's. Like like you're legit going to a building that was once upon a time used for something completely different, and there's now a bloody McDonald's. It's so weird. Oh yeah, I remember when they did that. That's something Rockstar will need to do if they update Liberty City. They'll need to remove cars from one of the roads in Times Square. What's it called what's it called in GTA again? The Triangle, was it? Mickey D's just taking over nice places. Legit, like there's a McDonald's everywhere in the UK. I think Americans probably think that when they come to the UK, it's going to be very backwards. But trust me, there's like fast food restaurants everywhere, just like in America. There's supermarkets everywhere, just like in America. Like, it's insane. You come here, there's McDonald's everywhere, Burger King everywhere, Subway everywhere. The only thing you might not see is some of your smaller ones. But even then, like companies like Wendy's exist in the UK now. There's Wingstop in the UK. There's Wingstop, there's Wendy's. Taco Bell is quite big now in the UK. And you know what's crazy? I always hear stories. I don't know. Is this common? But I hear stories from Americans where they say Taco Bell makes them feel ill all the time. It makes them have really bad, to put it nicely, bowel movements, and they feel like really ill a lot of times when they eat it. It makes them feel ill. I'm like, yeah, it's very different in the UK. That very rarely happens in the UK. I don't know if it's like the meat quality is different, but in the UK, I've never had issues with Taco Bell ever. Yeah, really. So that's true then, is it? That's true then, is it? Where like toilets hate, bro? Nah, in the UK, yeah, Taco Bell is good in the UK. Yeah, I can believe it being the meat quality. Like in America, the meat quality is a lot lower than over here. We have very high meat standards in the UK. So yeah, that's crazy. Like when I hear stories about people saying Taco Bell shit, it makes you have lots of issues with your bowel and all that. I'm like, bro, come UK, yeah, come UK, come Taco Bell. We don't have all the fancy shit Americans have. We don't have like the natural, you know, the Doritos tacos and stuff like that. We don't have any of that shit over here, but it's good quality still. Like, everything, yeah. You have to remember as well, like a lot of the fruit and vegetables you shove into like your tacos and stuff. A lot of that stuff isn't cleaned as well as it is over here. Like it's crazy over there that you have to chlorinate your chicken because it's so dirty because of the condition. Over here, we don't have to chlorinate our chicken because we don't have chicken in really bad conditions. Like it's all very good. And I also don't think about America. You have to like refrigerate your eggs because they wash all the outer part of the shell off. So the eggs have to be refrigerated, and that's like so crazy to me because in the UK you don't have to refrigerate your eggs. Most people just shove their eggs on the side in a bowl or something. It's crazy. Like when I hear that you gotta refrigerate your eggs and shit, I'm like, crazy. I mean, that probably helps that you have big fridges over there. Your fridges are huge compared to ours. Fuck, man, our fridges are tiny. You should see Rebecca's fridge. Oh my god, Rebecca's got the smallest fridge ever. It's not even her fault. It's the landlord in the place she moved into. We went in there. First time we went in there, this fridge looking like a mini... Like, this is like an American would probably call it a mini fridge. And that's her main fridge, man. I feel so bad for her because she can barely fit anything in it. I've got a decent-sized British fridge. But very few fridges over here are double door. Like I see a lot of Americans have like double door fridges with ice cubes and shit on it, ice cube trays and stuff, like ice cube dispensers, bro. Like that's fancy over here. That's fancy. Like if you have an ice cube dispenser, that's fancy, bro. It looks like an Xbox. It kind of does actually. Funny enough, Spade. It kind of does look like an Xbox. But no, like ice cube dispensers is fancy, bro. Even the small ones are double doored over there. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Nah, like mine's fairly big and it's a single door, and we barely fit anything in it. Well, I mean, we barely even fill it. Like it's very good. I don't know. I don't know how people fill those double door ones. The fridge is on one side, then the freezer on the other. Oh, that's crazy, because the way that our fridges work is that it's like the old style American fridges where like you have the freezer either on top or the bottom. Rebecca's one has the freezer on top, whereas most fridges and freezers I've seen the freezer's on the bottom. Spade, what the bloody hell are you doing? Nah, that's crazy, like... I can't believe this. I legit can't believe, like, you have double door, like, even on small ones you have double doors and shit. I can't lie, though, it would be fun to have an ice cube tray. An ice cube dispenser. It would be fun. But like, I don't drink much with ice, to be fair. I don't know if it's definitely a bigger thing in America. Like drinking stuff with ice is definitely seems to be bigger in America, whereas over here I don't think it's as big. I suppose it makes sense because if you live somewhere like Florida, yeah, you probably want everything with ice, don't you? You probably want everything. You probably want to be sitting in ice. Oh yeah, Americans definitely eat out a lot more, and I feel things like the delivery apps are a lot bigger in America too. Things like DoorDash and stuff I hear are quite like common. Yeah, people will go out and eat for like. I remember watching an old vlog of these people back in the day, and they used to go out and eat every day. Like they would literally go out for lunch and then go out for dinner. And like to me, going out, especially to like a proper restaurant, is very much like a special thing. Like going to a restaurant to me is a special occasion. Me and Rebecca do go to fast food a lot though. Saying that, we do go to fast food a lot. But that's only because her flat doesn't really have like huge fridge, so we can't really store a lot of food and cook it. We can only fit so much in there. But yeah, it can definitely be an issue for weight, especially with the American portions. Your portions are huge over there. Like Jesus Christ. I remember seeing like a meat like I can't believe your Coke. Like I've seen those McDonald's Coke things. Like those, you know, the Coke cups, and like the large ones you have, they expand out. Like they go up in the bottom and then they expand outwards in the middle and go up to. I'm like, bro, what is this? Like, our large cups look like your medium cups. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I wish we had that too. I would love that. I would love that because then I could go and get myself like a massive Coke. You know how you can get like unlimited refills as well in a lot of American places. That's actually come to the UK now. A lot of places now, like Taco Bell, Burger King, Five Guys. A lot of those places now will let you refill your drinks as much as possible. But this is something that a lot of Americans probably find weird. A lot of places used to and still do actually. The drink is behind the counter. You can't fill your own drinks. You have to like ask them to refill it, and they won't. You have to pay for a new one a lot of times. The places that have the stuff outside in the main area, you can fill up as much as you want. It's crazy. And I remember we went to a cinema once. Me and Rebecca. Well, we went to a cinema recently. It was a new cinema we'd never been to. And they had a large, and it was an American large. Oh my god, the thing was huge. I couldn't believe how big the cup was. Like we all usually order large because large is, you know, not too big, but big, and you know, we like to have a large. We ordered these larges. We're like, fuck, we should have ordered medium. These things are huge. Like they're so big. I had never seen anything like it before. I'm like, is this how Americans live? Is this it? You know, you just have like a large cup is like the size of your head. Bro, I can't lie. One part of me is a little bit jealous. I can't lie. I would vibe with that. I do love soda. I'm a soda fiend. I love soda. I love ices. Bro, I can't lie. If I could get the large cups everywhere and refill them unlimited, bro, I would do it. I would do it. I'm kind of happy that we don't, because I would probably be extremely overweight if they did have it. So I suppose it's probably a good thing we have smaller portions here. But yeah, I love soda. That's my one weakness is soda. If you had to say to me what thing do you never want to give up, it would have to be soda. I love soda. It makes any meal that I have actually enjoyable. Even if I'm eating something that I hate, very healthy, that's something I hate. If you gave me a massive fat ass soda, bro, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be like, yeah, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy. Yeah, I mean, it's all the lobbying too. Like, who's gonna change that when you get lobbied by all the corporations to keep it like that? Coca-Cola ain't gonna say. Coca-Cola ain't gonna change it, are they? They love it. Yeah. It's very sad. America's very, very unfortunate in that sense. We're very lucky in Europe. I feel like a lot of people don't realize we're very lucky in Europe and the UK that we have governments that don't necessarily like care for us, but they at least try. And they at least try. Although one thing I'm not a fan of in the UK, they're trying to ban buy one get one free. For unhealthy food. They're trying to so you know at the moment you can go in there and you know a lot of stores will have like a buy one frozen pizza get a second for free, you know, lovely for a weekend, you know, when you're in on your own, and you don't want to go out and you don't want to cook anything, you can just get yourself a frozen pizza, slap it in the oven, lovely. Well, they're trying to get rid of buy one get one free, and they're trying to get rid of buy two get one free as well. And they also, in Wales, are trying to get rid of the meal deals. So in the UK, one thing that's, I don't know if this is a big thing in other countries, but it's huge in the UK. It's all the fucking UK people, British people talk about the meal deal. So you go into a store, like a supermarket, like Tesco, Sainsbury's, whatever, and you get a drink, you get a sandwich, and you get a snack. So either crisps or chocolate or something else. And you get that for a discount. So all the things separately would come up to about, I don't know, say 6 quid, 6 quid, and you get it for like £3.50 in Tesco, £4 in some other places. And it's a big thing. Every fucking British person. If you're British and you're watching this and you rave about the fucking meal deals to your friends all the time, I hate you. I really do. Because that's all I hear from people is meal deals. And so, I can't lie, me and Rebecca do sometimes get them. I don't think they're particularly great for what they are. Like, the sandwich is usually so thin. Usually it's like one sandwich cut into half, into triangles, 2 triangles. They're usually tiny. They're usually all the stuff is like shoved at the top, so it looks big, but when you actually eat it, it's not. I don't know. I don't think they're great, but me and Rebecca have them on a Sundays when we go out. We go and sit in the park or by the Thames or whatever, and we just have our meal deals and we just enjoy it, you know. And usually it's like soda, and you can get some healthier things too. And you can get usually like sandwich. You can get other things other than sandwiches. You can get like pasta and stuff. And they're trying to restrict it in Wales now, and and that might become a UK thing eventually, where you can't have unhealthy things. So that could mean like Coke, for example, or at least like real sugar Coke wouldn't be allowed, and so maybe the sandwiches would be restricted, or the crisps would be restricted because it's unhealthy. And that sucks, because a lot of people, that's their lunch. I mean, it's not very healthy, but like forcing people to eat healthier stuff, I think is quite. I don't like the idea of forcing people to have to buy healthier stuff or pay more, because it just hurts people who are poor. Like, people who are rich will just buy like the stuff anyway. Like, people who are rich, whatever, it doesn't affect me. But poor people who have nothing else in life perhaps other than their delicious Coke and their nice packet of Quavers or Watsits for their lunch, you know, after slaving away in a job all day. That might be the only nice thing in their life, the thing that they look forward to every lunch. And then you're saying to them, you got to pay more now because you can't get in a deal, because it's, you know, same thing with the frozen pizzas. You can't get buy one get one free because it's unhealthy. But then it just means that person has to pay more, because they're still going to buy 2 pizzas, but they're just going to have to pay more for it now. It's stupid. I've never liked that. It's the same thing with the sugar tax. People who want to drink real Coke will still, you know, people who are wealthy will still pay for real Coke, and the people who want to drink real Coke will still get real Coke. They just have to pay more for it. And that means poor people are just end up having to have no Coke or not, you know, their favorite foods or whatever, and they just have to live off water. I just think it's stupid. I don't like that shit. There's better ways. Education is better than forcing people to eat a certain way. Teaching them how to be healthy is much better, and way better for long term too, because it means that they can hopefully, if you teach them as a kid, hopefully they will learn and know for life. How much is 1 kilogram of Uncle Ben's? Are we talking like standard Uncle Ben's, or isn't it like Ben's Original now? They changed the name because Uncle Ben's had bad connotations with, like, you know, slavery and all this shit. But it's Ben's Original now, but everyone calls it Uncle Ben's still. Yeah, you just talk like standard Uncle Ben's, like white rice. I actually don't know. I must have gone Tesco. Tesco is like our biggest supermarket in the UK, so it's like Walmart in America. Let's see if I can find it. Did they even sell like Uncle Ben's? Oh, I gotta type in Ben's Original now, otherwise it's not gonna come up. Ben's Original 1 kg. Let's see. Damn, do they not even sell 1 kg Ben's Original anymore? Nah, they don't even sell. Damn, they don't even sell it. Ben's Original 1 kg. No, they do sell it. It's just it wasn't coming up in the search. 1 kilogram long grain rice is £5.25. So I really don't know if that's expensive or not, because I don't really buy Uncle Ben's anymore. I used to like the microwave ones just because it was easy. Oh, you can get it someplace for £4. You can get it at What? You can get it at Waitrose for £4? Nah. Nah, So Waitrose is like old fancy, posh supermarket. And to kind of explain it, Waitrose is only in the south. It doesn't go beyond a certain point in the north. So in the UK, the south is considered to be the posh, the more prosperous area of the country, whereas the north used to be very prosperous during the Industrial Revolution, but it's become very decayed. Sort of like the Rust Belt in America. A lot of factories are shut down. There's not as many, it hasn't really been invested in properly. And then there's like Scotland. Waitrose doesn't go that far north. Waitrose is primarily in the south and I guess the Midlands, which says a lot because it's like, considered to be a posh restaurant, a posh fast supermarket, sorry. So it's the cheapest place to get the Ben's Original. That's insane. Like the supermarket that is usually considered the poshest is the cheapest. Oh, inflation in the UK is awful right now. I think our inflation in the UK is still like 9-10%. It's the worst in like Europe, I think, or like in terms of Western countries, like the richest European countries. It's dreadful. It's very, very bad. It's actually ridiculous, and it's not stopping. It's not going anywhere. Like, inflation here is so stupid. Like, I've seen food go from... One of the foods I used to get used to be 85p. Now it's £1.30. I've seen Heinz beans. Anyone who's British knows Heinz beans, yeah? Heinz is an American company, but they make beans in the UK, and there's a special flavor of them that Americans will never understand. That's why when Americans say, "Oh, you have beans on toast," that's disgusting. You don't understand. You don't know what it's like. Come to the UK, get yourself a breakfast, an English breakfast, beans on toast, beans on sausage, beans on bacon, everything. British baked beans are delicious. These things used to sell for like £2.50 for a 4-pack. They're like £4.50 for a 4-pack now. It's ridiculous. A 6-pack. £4.50 for a 6-pack. It used to be like £2.50 not that long ago. Like, it's ridiculous. So people that love baked beans used to be a staple of British diet since, during the war as well. It used to be a staple of the diet through the war, in the post-war, during the rationing. It was a staple, and it is ridiculously expensive now in the UK for no reason, because you can go to Aldi and you can buy effectively the same beans, taste almost identical, just maybe a little bit lower quality, maybe a little bit thinner sauce, and you can get the same thing for pretty much like 50p per can. So yeah, it's just greed. It's greed from all these companies. They all know they can get away with it, so they just do, and they don't care. It's actually shit. Yeah, it's really shit. Yeah, and there is no, the salaries are all going up very slowly. And you know what's funny? All the public sector workers are basically being told, yeah, we're only going to give you maybe 2-3% increase in wages, and some of the deals they're throwing out are like things like 5-6%, but they get you in the small writing in the hidden terms. It's spread out over 2 years, so you only get maybe a small increase over the 2 years, and yeah, inflation is like 10% at the moment. It's ridiculous. It's been like that for months, and yet the wages are only going up very small. Rebecca's wage, she got a nice pay rise, 6.5%, I think it was, which is lovely, except that inflation's still... So she's making less now than what she would have made last year, because inflation is way more than that. So it's dreadful. It's terrible in the UK right now. It's terrible. A lot of the reason inflation's so bad is because of supply issues. it's not demand from what I've heard, it's more supply issues. We have a lot, because obviously there's a lot of the pandemic and the leftover of that, trying to get supplies back to normal, trying to get everything back to catching up on back orders, stuff like that. And people, obviously companies got used to the idea of charging more for less. But in the UK, I think a little bit of it is about Brexit as well, because obviously a lot of our stuff used to come from Europe, and now it's more expensive because if it comes from Europe, it has to go through imports and customs and all that. And companies don't want to send stuff through that, so they don't. So it means that you have to get it from other places, and yeah, it doesn't help. I love the UK, but I hate the UK at the same time. We're stupid. We're a great country, but we're also dumb. That's the thing I think about most Western countries. Like, most Western countries, all Western countries are dumb. But we love them anyway, right? Like, the UK's dumb, but I love it. You know, France, dumb, but I still love it. Germany, dumb, but I still love it. You get, you know, a good life, even if it's not perfect and you might be struggling to some extent. Just knowing that you're going to be able to wake up and, you know, not live in chaos. Like, you hear about some of these countries where you got to pay bribes to the police all the time and to local gangs and shit. I'm like, bro. I'm so thankful to live in a Western country, a Western liberal democracy. As much as it annoys me, as much as the country annoys me, it's pretty bloody good. But I would like if Heinz would put their prices down, because I do like Heinz beans. And I do miss Heinz beans. So, oh no, wait. This is the one that really pisses me off. Ketchup. Heinz ketchup, again, used to be a couple quid. Now, like a decent sized bottle is about almost £5 now for ketchup. £4 to £5 for a bottle of Heinz ketchup. I mean, for ketchup. And mind you, you can go to Aldi and you can get a ketchup, pretty much the same ketchup, almost identical ketchup actually, probably made in the same place, and it's about 70, I think it was about 79p last time I got one. Yeah. Really pisses me off. I mean, I'm not surprised that Heinz is owned by Kraft, so... Yeah, a 910 gram tomato ketchup is £4.25 now. That's Audi price match for the Heinz Audi as well. So that's cheap. Usually that would be more expensive. If it wasn't Audi price matched, that would be really expensive. That's the way that's the smart thing to do, is try to get all the Audi price match stuff. Because that stuff will always be cheaper. But the actual Audi own brand, bro, that's the one. That's the one to get. The Audi own brand is really good. Yeah, that's the thing. I never will go back, because that's the thing. The only way you can go back is if you have deflation. A lot of these prices aren't because of inflation; they're because of greed. So they've put the prices up beyond what, you know, everyone else is doing, purely to make more money. So, like, if inflation is roughly about, you know, say 3%, you know, like normally, why would they be putting things up like 6-7%? And the thing is, inflation here is maybe, yeah, like about 10% because of that. It puts inflation up more. Because of all these companies putting their stuff up so high, beyond what the operating costs are, it means that inflation overall has just gone up, and then other companies start doing it too. It's ridiculous. It's never going to go back, and unless if you have like a period of deflation. And no Western economy seems to like deflation. I remember the last time we had deflation in the UK, and it was, oh my god, it was scenes. The government was like, oh my god, we can't have deflation. So yeah, I don't know. I think that you're probably never going to go back. It's going to be like this forever. We just have to get used to having less, more, you know, less for more, pretty much. So especially in the UK, and that's one thing I think a lot of people need to understand with Brexit, is we're never going to go back to how it used to be, because Brexit has effectively fucked everything up when it comes to our systems. Like, you can't just import things from Europe anymore. Like, you have to pay so much in the way of income duties. And you got to pay VAT both in the European country you bought it, and if it comes through through customs, you're going to have to pay VAT again. So you're basically paying double VAT. Oh, look at this shit, though. Look at this shit. £4.25 for that. I mean, I know it's a fat bottle. Almost 1,000 grams. Almost a kilogram, but still, £4.25 for that. £4.25 for some ketchup, and that's Aldi price match. So you already know that would be about £5 something if it wasn't for Aldi. For that, for a bit of ketchup. Sad, man. You know the thing about Brexit that really upsets me more than anything? It's one thing to let the people vote on Brexit, okay, whatever, but they never needed to go through with it. Like, the government never needed to actually go through with it, because it wasn't like set up to be like that. It wasn't a, okay, this is a, it wasn't a referendum that you needed to actually go ahead with. It was a referendum that they could have just said, okay, well, thanks for your insight, we'll look into what we can do to improve it or whatever. But then for some odd reason they were like, yeah, let's go through with it. And they did it in the most stupid way too. They didn't go, oh, you know, maybe we should go through with it in this way or make it as soft as possible. They was like, ah, fuck it, let's just go through with it. So, if anything, I blame the politicians more than the actual people. Like, people are dumb, you know. They shouldn't be voting directly on stuff like that. But the politicians are the worst for actually going through with it and actually entertaining the idea that it should even be a possibility. But hey, I'm sure that the Europeans don't mind. I mean, they've been doing some mad work since we left. It seems to be now that Britain can't block everything anymore, they get things done. They've passed through things that they would never have passed through with Britain there. It is something to do with debt mutualization or something, like where they, I think it's like, yeah, stuff like that they would never do. They would never do stuff like that with the British. Anything to do with debt, anything to do with money, having to give money or having to spread money around, the UK would have vetoed instantly. It's the one thing we were good at, was vetoing literally everything. But hey, it's fine because we got our blue passports back. They're not even blue, they're dark blue. They're like black almost. They look ugly as hell, by the way. And they're cheap, by the way. The new British passport is so cheap. It's funny. The new British passport, the old British passport, the one that we used to have, was made in Wales, I think it was. Whereas the new British passport is made in Poland by a French company, I think it is. Yeah, it's made in Poland by a French company. So nothing says sovereignty like having your passport made in another country by a company that's owned by another country. But not just that, the thing is very cheap. They really did cheapen out on it, and so it's really, really low quality compared to the older ones. So I guess that's nice. We've got a nice. We also no longer have bendy bananas. Oh no, sorry, we have bendy bananas now, because I think the EU, according to some people, the EU banned bendy bananas or some shit like that. Which I don't really know how that makes sense, because obviously, how are they gonna I mean, what bananas aren't bendy, right? Most bananas are bendy. They're not straight. I've never seen straight bananas, but hey, there you go. There was also something about the water content in bacon. Something about that. That's one of the reasons people voted for it, because bacon had too much. Bacon had to be like called bacon with water if it had too much water in it or some shit. And people didn't like that. I don't know. My favorite response. Now this one's my favorite response. So they did a question time. So if anyone doesn't know what question time is, it's like a TV show where they go to different areas and they have people on in the audience and they try to pick a fair amount of left and right people to make it balanced. Well, they never do. It's very, very biased, but whatever. Yeah, I won't be on for much longer, but I'll probably stay on for a little bit longer. I'm enjoying just having a bit of a chat and fucking around. But yeah, see you later. Have a good one and all that. Enjoy your weekend. But yeah, anyway, in the UK there's a thing called Question Time, and there's a bunch of people, and they did one in the biggest Brexit area. And it was very interesting because the responses people gave were quite funny. You're going off. No worries. If you want to play with us again, feel free to come by, just join the game or whatever. Come into chat and just say hello, or if you want, or just join the game or whatever. Always happy to have people to play with. Tonight was just a chill night, but some nights we actually do stuff. That's more than just flying around, but I just wanted to get some grind in, some chill grind, so... Okay. But yeah, thanks for coming by and thanks for following and everything. Take care. But yeah, they did this fantastic... They had basically a bunch of Brexit voters in, and there was this one guy, and he said that he voted for Brexit because it stops all sorts of like people coming in. Like he apparently there was these people that came to the UK on a boat, and he was watching them. They got off the boat and they went straight into the local town, went to the benefit office, which is called a job centre in the UK, and claim benefits. And he saw it all. He watched them, he followed them and saw them do it, which is funny because you literally can't get benefits in the UK if you're not a British resident, or if you're not a resident of the country. You need to be in the country for a certain amount of time and meet certain criteria. So these people that just came off a boat apparently went and got benefits, even though that's impossible. And he apparently saw it with his own two eyes, which it sounds like a load of bollocks. It sounds like someone who heard something on Facebook, you know, the typical crap on Facebook about immigrants, and thought, yes, I saw it with my own two eyes. And he was very, very adamant that he had seen these immigrants get off the boats and went and got benefits. And that's why we must have Brexit, because it stops immigrants. It's funny, but it's also sad because these people genuinely believe that. And I just don't know how they do it. Like, I don't know how anyone could believe that crap. But they genuinely do. I need to get all the special items. That sucks. But yeah, that was one of my favorite comments on that question time by someone, was that. So yeah, apparently if any of you out there want to come to the UK, you know, maybe you're thinking of escaping your country for some reason, just rock up to the UK on a boat and go into the Job Centre Plus in the local town and you'll get benefits. Apparently that's what this guy thinks anyway. But no, I can tell you with no uncertainty there that that's not possible. You literally cannot get benefits in the UK without meeting certain criteria, and yeah. Hell, even just to use the NHS, you need to pay. When you're a legal resident and you come to the UK, you need to pay a surcharge to use the NHS. Except if it's an emergency. They won't let you like move here otherwise. But let's say if you're just a tourist, to use NHS it is free, to be fair. But no, benefits you need to be a resident of a certain amount of time. So yeah, you won't literally get benefits unless it's that. So this person who thought you could just, you know, who saw it with his own two eyes, That's what you're working with right there. You're working with very stupid people who believe what they hear, and then they think what they hear is true, and then they start to believe it and believe that they saw it themselves. So no. That's not how it works in the UK. One of the reasons so many people come to the UK, immigrant, like refugees and stuff, and whether they're all legitimate refugees or people that are just looking to improve their lives, it's because in the UK you don't really need ID. A lot of European countries you need to have ID on you. A lot of times you need to carry it on you all the time. Whereas in the UK there is no ID requirement. A lot of people go their entire life without having ID. The only thing you really need ID for is if you want to drive, you have to have a driver's license. If you want to go overseas, you need a passport, obviously, except if it's within British territories. Like if you're a domestic flight. And you don't need a photo ID for anything else, pretty much. Voting, you need a photo ID now, which I disagree with, but that's whatever. That's by the by. That is now something you will need to vote in elections. But that's it. The three things you really need photo ID for in this country. Everything else you can get a job, you can do everything else pretty much without a photo ID. So a lot of immigrants, a lot of people come to this country over Europe because in Europe they need ID to do pretty much everything, get a job and anything like that. You just to work. But as over here, a lot of people you can literally just go up to. You can literally work in a corner shop and there'll be no ID requirements, nothing. You just, there you go. That's why a lot of people come here for that. But of course, a lot of people think it's some sort of conspiracy and they all come into the UK for the benefits. It's really not. You can't even get benefits very easily without having some sort of ID. They really do. You need to have a bank statement and all that stuff. Even just to get like in-work benefits, like universal credit to top up your income, stuff like that, you need to have a some sort of ID, like bank statements. So it doesn't need to be physical ID, but you need to have bank statements or something that some sort of thing that proves that you are supposed to be there. But it's much easier to live in the UK without an when you're not supposed to than say Europe. So that's why a lot of people come here, but obviously these people think it's all because they're coming to take all the benefits and take over the country and whatnot. It's sad, actually. Alright, this will be my final thing tonight. I've done what I needed to do tonight. I've done all my VIP jobs. I didn't manage to do the assassination mission because it fucked up. I did some business stuff. And yeah, I'm now going to sell this and then that'll be it. But thank you everybody who came by to hang and to watch me grind away the same thing over and over again. And thanks for having quite a nice discussion about the craziness of modern day politics and just random subjects like inflation, which was quite interesting. Discussions about American cities and planning and all that stuff. It's random. I like the thing about this stream is that everything is, you get random shit. You don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know what you're gonna get that day. Some days you get a very in-depth discussion about GTA. Sometimes you get an in-depth discussion about something else. Sometimes you get a discussion about, Spade AF or something crazy that's happened in your day. Oh my god, Spade's driving a fucking Titan. Oh my god, that is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. Yep. Oh my days. Bro blew it up. But yeah, I like having a nice... I like that the stream is very much about anything, everything and anything. You just never know what you're gonna get. So I appreciate everyone who came by and participated and helped us have a great time. It's much harder these days because obviously everyone's busy, everyone's got their own life, going to work, going to school, whatever. Hanging out with friends, getting drunk, getting high, whatever you enjoy. Whatever your flavor is, your spice of life. So it is nice when people can come by and have a chat and get these kind of conversations going. It's much more fun for me as well because obviously I like doing GTA stuff. I like doing this, but I would do this on my own quietly if I had to. But I like having something to talk about because it means I can just zone out. I've honestly I don't remember what I've done tonight, other than the big things like the 10 VIP things and the selling of these cars. And I think I must have done some other stuff too. I think I did, yeah, the nightclub stuff. Yeah, I forgot about that. Bloody hell, Spade. Spade's a maniac, bro. Spade thinks he's gonna get VIP. Bro, this is the thing, yeah. Spade's like, yeah, give me VIP, yeah. He runs me over. Spade's like, yeah, give me VIP, bro. What can I do to get VIP back, bro? Then runs me over. Nah, it's been good. Alright, so let me say what I'm gonna do for tomorrow and then that'll be it. So, tomorrow night I will be on. I gotta do a lot of gardening tomorrow, so I don't know how tired I'm gonna be. But I'm almost at the end of the gardening. Tomorrow might be the day I finish the gardening. If I grind it right, I might be finished tomorrow. So I will probably be on maybe a little bit earlier tomorrow if all goes well. If not, same time. And I think we're gonna play GTA. No. Rebecca might be on. So if Rebecca's on, it will either be Payday 2, which I kind of want to play. I kind of want to play Payday 2. I can't lie. Or Saints Row. It'll be one of the two. I like Saints Row. I've been enjoying doing Saints Row, but it depends on what Rebecca feels like and if she is on, because she might be tired tomorrow. So if she's not on, I could do Saints Row. I could do Payday 2 anyway, I guess. It would be fun to do Payday 2 if other people wanted to do it as well, because I've said that I would help other people. Go on, Spade, you do this. I've said I'd help other people with Payday 2 if they want to level up or whatever, or like learn the game or whatever. So if we have a few people that want to do Payday 2, I might do Payday 2. If not, it'll be GTA again. But we'll see what happens. We'll just buy ammo. Yeah, we'll see what happens. This is the... Oh, wait. Is this the 4th of July weekend? Yeah, this is the 4th of July weekend, so it could be fun on GTA, because we could do some, like... We could dress up, like, you know, all that, you know, do some pictures and stuff, maybe. So we'll see. But, we'll find out tomorrow. That's the problem with my streams nowadays. I don't know what I'm going to do until the next day. What in the fuck are you doing? This man's gonna say... This man's a ghost. What the fuck? Oh, there he is. Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna let Spade drive me about for a little bit, but I'm gonna end stream. Spade, I'll see you in music chat if you want to do some music pie. But yeah, thanks again, everyone. Take care. God bless. Enjoy your weekends. Enjoy your nights if I don't see you again. And God bless, most importantly. God bless. Be at peace. Be like Bob. Bye.